Hello, and welcome back to Bard Rock Cafe presents Masks Aftermath. I'm Paul, and I'll be your game master this evening. Before I introduce all of our players, just to provide a recap of the adventure so far. In the somewhat distant future, a nuclear Armageddon occurred, but our heroes and many others were able to survive by being cryogenically frozen in underground bomb shelters run by an organization called Aegis. When some of them were thawed, they discovered they have amazing powers as a result of genetic mutations caused by the fallout in their cryogenesis chamber. They were recruited into being a team of heroes to explore the nuclear wasteland because they resist the radiation outside, and recently discovered that a similarly mutated individual by the name of Nick Gotti from Las Vegas has been mind controlling people in other bunkers and amassing an army. And at the end of last session, we discovered that Mr. Gotti and his army on their way from Las Vegas to our bunker in San Diego.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to be resuming our adventure. First, we're going to go around the table and introduce all of our players. From right to left, we're going to start with Jazz. Jazz, if you want to please introduce yourself and your projects.
So I am Jazz. I play Fate on the Gimme the Loot podcast. We are an actual play D&D 5e podcast group of 5 randos. Accidentally met each other at a fantasy truck stop, got into some hijinks with some lumberjacks, got magically bound together, and are now trying to prevent themselves from being destroyed by this magical binding and possibly save the world. We're not entirely sure. They don't really like each other, so they get into a lot of accident. It's a fun time. Coming up I want to say November 12th, we're going to be hosting the second annual Gimme the Belt tournament. We're going to have some friends of ours from other actual plays come through, and we're going to beat each other's heads in for charitable goods for the Game to Grow charity.
Fantastic. And you also want to tell us a little bit about Jatat?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And Jatat here. Yeah, and so I play Jatat here today. He is a military kid. His after being thawed out, has his powers and is trying to earn prestige within the Aegis group and lead this ragtag bunch of superheroes to their greater destinies as he sees it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then next we have Jackie, who plays Mal. Jackie, if you want to just tell us about yourself, your character, and your projects.
For sure. Yeah. So I host a podcast called Fate Gamer Bro, where I talk about mobile games, usually with other people. And I'm always looking for new mobile games. So head over to Fate Gamer Bro on Twitter and send some suggestions to me. And I have some other projects in the works. It's just scheduling is hell, but they're coming up, and I'm excited. And as far as Mal Eclipse is its full name. It is a bit of a troublemaker. Just very likes to its powers are sorry, I can't talk today, which is going to be great for this. Emotion control and making things appear that aren't there, which is a word I forgot. Yes, illusions, simple word. So really makes it able to fuck around with people, which is its goal at all times.
Fantastic. And then we have Song, who's playing Valerie. Tell us about yourself, your projects, and your character.
Hey everybody, so I'm Song. I run sassygamers.com and a myriad of other projects, including Sassy Edits. I do want to highlight that if any of you know Mel Empirics, he actually wrote a poem about Frenzied Flame and Elden Ring. I've been kind of trying to coerce him to write something for the blog for a while now. It came up with a poem about a video game, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's get it up there. So something to check out, sassygamers.com. Val is a reformed, and she is absolutely growing. Like, her team's growing on her. Like, she was gonna be such a saster, but I can't help it. everybody has helped her with all the crazy things she wants to do. So how do you get mad at people that keep helping her be a delinquent? So, and she's not even a delinquent, damn it. Anyway, thanks guys for being an awesome team, even to Tot. And and let's see. Oh yeah, her ability is to touch something and make it a phobia. So she's probably always going to have a bag of jelly beans because that feels like an important accomplishment in her post-apocalyptic life. Today should be fun.
Right. And then we have Marty from Wayfaring Strangers. And
Yeah, hi.
Marty's playing a character named Cal. Marty, the same spiel like everyone else.
I'm Marty. I'm from the Wayfaring Strangers podcast. We've been on hiatus. More episodes coming. Sources say at the end of September. I'm not holding my breath, but I want to, I want to hope.
Marty's their editor, everybody.
I'm one of the editors, I guess, technically, but I also am part of Winter Wayfarer, indie prog rock band. Just released new single "Give and Take" in July. Go check it out wherever you get your music. Today, I'm playing Cal Faulkner, aka Hardlight. Kind of a Green Lantern meets Starfire type situation. Laser blasts, Hardlight manipulation. Yeah, that's it. I'm sick still. I'll do my best.
Right. And then I'm sure he couldn't bear the wait any longer. Ursa Bearwalker.
Oh, that joke was grisly. Hi, I'm Ursa Bearwalker. I do things. I edit sometimes for Bard Rock Cafe. I also edit for CMDR Central. I am generally found on the internet doing things. Today I am playing Egon, who is our sad little boy. He's a teenager who discovered that he woke up defrosted, like everyone else did, and everyone that he knew was gone, and he feels guilty about it, and he's got powers that he doesn't fully understand. He's trying to come to terms with it. He seems to be getting a hold of it, but who knows what happens today.
The last time Egon used his powers, he accidentally blew up a van.
And he felt really bad about that.
Last but certainly not least, we have Tenzai, who, in addition to being a member of the Bard Rock Cafe cast, is running all the tech for this stream. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I am playing, in stark contrast to who I normally play on this podcast, I'm playing Jack Locke, who is the bull, and he is an angry punch man, and that's kind of his whole deal.
We love an angry punch man.
Yeah.
Right. And so, to resume our scenario, you all just found out from Prometheus, who is scouting the area outside of San Diego for any dangers, that the military forces from the Las Vegas bunker are marching their way here. Based on the radius he can extend himself to, you have about 5 hours before they reach your base. You have that time to figure out what you would all like to do. You have the base's resources. General Mills gives you all the floor.
So how many people is he bringing with him? Sorry.
That's fine. So based on what Prometheus could observe, it looks like the full capacity of both the Las Vegas bunker and the Reno bunker. But not like the base capacity you all have. It looks like he thawed everyone. So you're looking at a force of probably 1,000 strong people. Most of which are normal-ass people who have been given guns and melee weapons and also can kind of sickly because they're traveling into the wasteland and there weren't enough radiation suits.
Mm-hmm.
You all know that you can potentially break them from the thrall of the mind-controlling Gotti, but they are basically mostly innocent people who are acting against their own free will.
Mm. So Jatad's starting to try to think of like strategies for how to deal with this. He knows Gotti is the main problem here, and he's curious. Like maybe we'll get lucky. Prometheus, it wouldn't happen to be that like Gotti's like actually leading his forces here. He's not like, is he so bold to actually be out front of all of this, or is he doing the smart thing and sending all of this fodder out in front of him?
Prometheus rolls his eyes into the back of his head when he checks on his duplicate. And he says, Mr. Gotti appears to be in the middle of the fray, not in the front, not in the back. He seems to be surrounded on all sides by as many of his goons as possible, using them as meat shields.
Even worse.
So,
all right.
Hey Mal, how does your power work? Do you have to touch these things, or do they have to hear you or see you? Like how do you do what you do?
I think I just really have to see them. I haven't tested it at a super long range or against a bunch of people, but I think as long as I can see them, it's fine. You got thoughts?
Just wondering if we have a speaker system and if you can like cull down how many of those mindless brethren are going to be running in our direction. That would be cool. I don't know if that's going to work though. I know nothing, but I don't have enough jelly beans. For that many people. I could start rolling now, I guess. Like preemptively.
I guess I could try.
Well, there's ourselves and our forces here with Aegis. Jack, what do you think? Do you think we'd be able to convince our new friends to engage in combat without killing the innocent? Talking to Gears.
I'm gonna make no promises about that.
I mean, I don't even I'm not even good at killing things, but I'm not sure if I could promise that, especially if they're like hacking at me with a knife or hammer or axe.
I am also unsure, but I really, really want to try and keep casualties to a minimum on at least on both sides, of course. I mean, we want to protect ourselves at all costs, but there's so many innocent people involved in this. This is just not. This man is sick. He's got to be stopped. There's got to be a way that we can maybe find a way to get to him and head some of this off.
Well, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Kyle, what you got?
If we kill him, if we just get in there and get the job done quick, that'll stop everybody else from coming to attack us, right? His power will cease to be.
That's my only assumption. Yes.
I don't want to commit to anything too hard, but I mean, Jack, you know this guy. How good is he one-on-one?
Probably not. I mean, not now anyway. Cracks knuckles, which I can't do in real life.
I got you. No, I can't do it.
I heard it though. I heard it with my mind ear.
The just Dragon Ball Z, just like too loud, like way too.
Actually,
like definitely just broke your hand.
Yeah.
Because if I could just take this guy on with either just me or a small group of us that I can get there, because it would take me little to no time to get to his location. We could nip this problem in the bud.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can do that. I was thinking a more complicated thing, like creating one of those hard light barriers around us, and we just like ran
That's also
through.
good too, because I can only teleport myself.
Chitad looks at Mal. It's like, you, me, like we were right here.
Yeah. Great mind things alike. What can I say?
I think if if either Cal or myself could isolate them, then Nick is not a problem. It's everyone around him.
Can you do 2 teleportations where you go, because you can only teleport yourself, so you wouldn't be able to grab him back.
Huh.
Wait, oh god,
I
I have
mean,
a
I think we could
stupid
make it work
above board
something else.
question.
Okay.
Marty, you took extra like burn options. Did you take snatch?
I did take snatch.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not saying just steal Nick, but you can just steal Nick. I don't think Paul would allow that. That's gonna just shatter the narrative wide open.
You're welcome to try it.
Oh,
There it is. There it is.
Oh, I don't like that phrase.
You can certainly try. Now we're being sued by one Matthew Mercer.
What? No.
What? No. I mean, it's worth a shot. If we can find a way to get some or all of us to his location and wall him out from his forces, take him out, this should be a pretty cut and dry thing.
At this point, Prometheus does jump in and say, unlike when we saw the footage that we saw when he was the Reno base, we do see evidence where he might have other and similarly enhanced individuals to himself as part of this invasion force.
No.
It looks like these individuals, some of them might be mind controlled because, as we suspected, they only resist the mind control. But there are several of them that look like they might just, based on their attire, be his mafia enforcers from his mafioso days. And he might have people who are loyal to him with powers to protect him.
Do we know what those powers are?
No, because those would be on the records of the Las Vegas base, which we do not have communication with.
Well, I didn't know if you might have seen him in action.
You know, the General Mills pulls up, is like, okay, well, we have records of the powers of people at the Reno base, but it looks like all of those people were subdued, not brought in as prisoners. So we do not know what powers Mr. Gotti's henchmen might have.
I mean, how far away can you generate illusions, Mal?
I haven't tested that yet, but I would assume it's as far as I can see. I think seeing is really the big thing with mine.
Seeing is believing.
So, Jatat turns to General Mills, wanting to know, sir, do we have any snipers here in the bunker?
We do. The question is, what is the range of Mr. Gotti's mind control powers? Because if he gets close enough, they can see them, that he might be close enough to enthrall them. The only people we think have a fighting chance of resisting that are you all, Mr. Impervious, Prometheus, Jackpot, and the Super Mutants.
Who's Jackpot again? Remind me.
Jackpot is a guy who's remarkably lucky.
Okay.
His powers
give him a sniper.
Yeah. Just give him a rifle.
How is he not
and say,
already? Yeah.
Just give him a rifle and say, "Hey, fire that way." And
Hey, good luck. Wink.
Prometheus, I have a question. Your duplicates, when they're projected long distance, do they look exactly like you?
They do if I choose to make them visible, yes.
Does that mean, like, if you change your shirt, that they have the corresponding shirt difference as well?
Yes.
So, hypothetically speaking...
I think I see where he's going with this.
Hypothetically speaking, if Mal were to, say, make you look like something else, and you were to project one of your duplicates to another location, would that duplicate also share that illusion?
Theoretically.
Okay, what about if Val makes it really scary? Is that all like seeing is believing, or does that have to be physically like infused? Like,
my duplicate is not a physical object. You cannot make them afraid of the visage of me.
good.
If I made you really scary.
Yeah, you could just make it normal ass scary. Yeah.
and you and we are and your duplicates, do they seem to be, since they're not physical, they seem to be unaffected by Mr. Gotti's power?
Yes.
As I see it, our biggest hurdle here, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jatat, but our biggest issue here is that we have no idea what kind of power that Gotti's working with.
That is absolutely the problem.
So
Go ahead.
So maybe if, I don't know, a giant radioactive bear were to appear in front of his group of superpowered individuals, we might be able to get a gauge on what kind of powers they have.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention he also does have his 6 mind control death claws.
I was just about to ask Prometheus, does he still have death claws? Prometheus, do you have any good news for us?
Good news is he's taking a long time to move there because he doesn't have enough vehicles. So he can't drive here faster because he has a lot of people walking. They might need to take a break or pass out. I think he needs to actually let them rest and hydrate, because I get the impression that he needs to let them not die. He can't make them work past their limits.
Not die.
Unless he has a necromancer on hand, I guess.
Okay. What if we try to bluff our way out of the situation? So hear me out. Prometheus, we're talking short range. How many projections of yourself can you manifest in a local area?
I can create up to 100 illusions of myself.
Ooh, 100. All right, that's 100 versus 1,000 plus the 6 of us. That's still not great numbers. All right.
While you guys are talking, are we pretty sure that we're going to let him come here and we're not going to go to him?
No.
I would much rather go to him.
I mean, I think that's what we're kind of trying to figure out right now, because if we're trying to gauge what his firepower is, that would be us going to him, even if we're doing it indirectly. I think once
General Mills also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I thought you were done. I'll wait for you.
Oh, because I think in order to gauge, like, we need to gauge how strong he is, I think, before he and his group are, before we can really decide whether we're going to just bunker down and bolster defenses, or if we're going to go on the offensive.
Okay. I was just, if we get any inkling that we're going to stay here, then Val's going to go start, like, perimeter, like, bombs set up and stuff. Like, not like little bombs, but, like, I was thinking some peeps. We're going to, like, lay a field of peeps.
You think Jatat's going to allow you to do that?
At this point, General Mills reminds you all that if you let the fight get here and the base door opens, you don't know enough about how Gotti's powers work to know if he can turn the civilians of this base against you if you let him get too close.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. And more than the civilians against us. Because I can take out pretty much anyone in this base.
Not to brag or anything.
Oh, la-di-da.
But
this guy.
Jatat leans over. You notice he said pretty much anyone.
Mr. Impervious might be an obstacle, but
maybe.
Mr. Impervious has the same resistance you all have. In theory, he can shrug off mind control.
I'm gonna pat Jatat on the back after he hears that Mr. Impervious might give him some trouble.
But it's the knowledge that these civilians have. There are unpowered people in this base that have security clearance, that have access to defenses, and could, like, start sealing us off places. We cannot let the fight get into this base. He cannot get to any personnel here.
Are there any defensible spaces between us and them, or is it just like desert?
Maybe do a Google Maps of what's between.
Shout outs to Google Maps.
I mean, you could say whatever. Like, you know,
Masks?
world
I mean, it's
end.
mostly nuclear wasteland, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
see if there's just a. Let's see what the biggest city.
Bard Rock
Between-
Cafe is sponsored by Google Maps.
There's a big
You
river.
cannot say that.
That was a joke.
We have actual
For legal-
sponsors. Do not say that.
That was
legal
a joke.
reasons,
It is
that was
not
a joke.
sponsored.
We have actual sponsors? Let's
Yes,
go.
Arcana Vault.
Oh, shout out
Yeah.
to Arcana Vault.
Which
Shout
we
out.
keep forgetting to say at the beginning of every single episode.
No, we have a
Use
thing
code-
where it's recorded, but over the stream.
I mean,
yeah.
the masks.
Just put a banner underneath all of our shit.
Yeah,
Use
Arcana
code
Vault's got
BardRock
great
for
ads.
10% off, or is it 15? I don't remember.
10%. All right, you get the impression. You could head him off somewhere between San Diego and Los Angeles. What is about 4 hours? Because turns out 4 hours away by car is exactly like you basically saw him embark from Las Vegas.
Wait, hold on. What are the
It's
two
4 hours by
places
foot,
that you
though.
just said?
So it is a 4.5 hour drive from San Diego to Las Vegas. But he's traveling by foot, so you're looking at 4.5 hours by foot.
Okay.
So give me a minute to figure that out.
I mean, Google Maps does just have a button where you can say, "Hey, how long does this take to walk?"
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where that is. I know where it is on mobile.
That's half the battle. I never know where anything is on mobile.
Oh my gosh, it is a 114-hour march by foot. He's
Fantastic.
been marching towards you for weeks.
Oh, wow. Surely some of his
Through the
he's-
desert.
He must have lost a lot of people on the way because there's no way you can that many people.
He's definitely fucking lost people. That's nuts. Why are you making them march from a state over?
Damn.
I mean, he does seem like a dick, so.
He is a dick.
Okay.
And so he's coming from the north. Looks like there are no other substantial major cities in that route for you to worry about. Looks like you.
So where is he now?
We're going to go ahead and say he is passing through the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa in California.
Oh.
He
Good
is
for
currently
him.
taken in. You see, Prometheus actually
They're
reports
taking
that
a spa
he's-
day.
he's- yeah, they stopped at the spa to rest and get supplies.
Well, fuck, now they have good morale because they just all took a spa day.
Did he
We
did
have
he
a spa
leave?
day.
Does he have those cucumbers over his eyes?
Manny Petties.
Get a facial?
Yes, he has genetically mutated cucumbers over his eyes.
What gross.
I'm jelly.
They're cucumbers that you slice and they're just already pickled.
Gross.
So there's
Um,
no major city left standing. There's lots of small towns. There's building structures, but if you want to face him anywhere between here and there, just basically open wasteland and small radiated towns.
I just gotta say, I'm gonna say something, and Jatat's gonna be ashamed of me, but like, if we were a little less concerned about saving a whole bunch of innocent people, we could just drive a van right through the middle until we get to.
Well, we could put up one of
This
those
is
light barrier
what I think.
buffers where they just like
Wow.
go to the side, so we're not running them over. They're just kind of like flying away.
Yeah, inflatable.
Oh
bu-
right, like
yeah.
the oh my god, what was
We
it?
could make make a
imagining
safe
bodies,
snowplow.
Yeah.
the like
Okay,
the,
okay.
like Batman the Dark Knight thing where he's got the in front of it. Well, they were still really heavily trying to go with the Batman doesn't kill people as he's running them over with a car and shooting them with guns.
Yeah.
Val just like leans over, is like, "Do we have any nukes left?"
Listen.
Okay, wait, but do
Okay.
we?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The nukes
So,
all blew up.
I don't like where
Okay.
you all are going, but I don't hate this idea. Can we like reel it back in a little bit?
No, actually, I think I know we don't have a nuke, but like if we launch one without the warhead and just
Like like just a shell?
Oh
So
my
you
God,
just
we could
so you
fill
just
it
want
with
to so you just
jellyfish
want to
with
so you just want to shoot a
spear
giant missile.
beams. Oh, I was
with
thinking like
some of us on it.
Oh,
Oh.
No. I'm
No.
in
squishy.
that case, can't we just like?
With someone who might be impervious on it.
all land on Mr. Impervious.
Can't we just like shoot Egon in that direction? Like, would that work?
Oh,
Oh, come on.
It's
You
okay.
only live
Egon.
once,
I won't.
probably.
I won't let them fire you off of a giant missile, Egon. It's okay.
The last time that we did something terrifying, I pissed my pants, in case you recall.
I do recall.
With
Oh,
that
yeah.
much fire and flame, we'll never know.
Okay. So let's back up. Let's
but
see.
we can't
Okay.
do it because we don't have any missiles anyway. So
We just
So-
have another
Maybe Egon
cannonball.
was the missile, but
Not cannonball, but
you know,
So
it's
Cal,
still not okay.
Yeah.
could you like maybe hard light projection this people plow around us, and then like me and Gears just run through their forces, but we wouldn't have the force of like say a automobile or vehicle of anything, so we wouldn't be killing them. We'd probably hurt a few people, but the impact from just the two of us shoving it along at superhuman speed shouldn't kill anyone, just break a few bones, which I'm okay with for the sake of the greater cause.
can
You-
you change the texture of your projections?
One
Spikes.
shot. Spikes?
Yeah.
That's the opposite direction of where
I don't think you want
okay. Well, let's just keep it in mind for the future.
Yeah. It's could come in handy later, but I don't know if spikes on
Sorry if you didn't hear change texture and not immediately go to spikes. I'm a normal person.
I went to like I don't know where I went. I guess
went to like
I went to
marshmallows or
marshmallow.
pillows.
Yeah.
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 You guys are trying to kill everything.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to like find the middle ground here, and
I
every
th-
time
I-
I'm like,
I went to
Salt?
Spikes too.
hard.
Why
Yeah,
do you
which
guys
isn't as
think
bad as
spikes is a
spikes.
texture?
still bad.
Because spiky is a texture. What?
Yeah.
Radius raises his hand. He's like, "Do you all remember that like classic movie from the before times called Ghostbusters?"
Yes. Absolutely.
So are
Right.
What if
you
we
thinking
were
of
to
it
get
like
proton packs?
Stay Puff,
Are
not
you-
more
because-
like terrifying Stay Push more. I can't say the word Marshmallow Man.
Do you-
Exactly. We'll have
do you mean-
Hardlight make a giant marshmallow monster that marches through the army, is nice and squishy, and won't step on anyone, hurt them. And then Val will make everyone afraid of it.
And I can make it look accurate.
I thought Ghostbusters was that movie with that old school actor. What's his name? Paul Rudd.
Oh no, that was
God,
no,
No.
the classic Ghostbusters. No, that was
No.
the Bronze Age Ghostbusters.
I can't talk to you anymore, actually. I'm sorry.
I gotta go.
I had to go Google who that was. I'm so sorry.
Oh no!
You ever see that old movie, The Return of the Jedi?
okay, don't.
Listen.
Nope.
Listen.
That's the one with the aquatic people, right? And the city underwater.
Yes.
I'm gonna just end the stream.
I think
I'm getting
done
more
for
and
the
more
day.
lost.
we'll take this on next week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
what were you saying? Spikes? I think
No
that's-
spikes. No spikes. No spikes. But I do like giant, scary monster given substance by Cal's Hardlight. And then we have that, us, and our super mutant. And we go and present an opposing force, and hopefully the overwhelming emotion and fear will maybe trigger some, some of Mr. Gotti's henchmen to flee, or maybe shake themselves loose from his mind control. And then if that works, or even if it doesn't, we just need to get close enough to where we can just get to him as fast as possible. If we have to kill one or two people out of 1,000, I'll.
I can't believe you're arguing for killing in this, Jatat. I thought better of you.
No. I
It's-
said if we
Okay,
have
spikes.
to kill one or two people, because
What
not
the
all
hell
these
is
people are
paid
mind
with good
controlled.
intentions?
Not all of these people are mind controlled. Some of them are willing, and those people I have
Can
no remorse
die.
for.
Okay.
So,
So you're fine with killing. Got it.
no.
It's a weird hill to die on. Val, for sure.
Jatat's having it's hyperventilating.
I'm still feeling guilty about the danger room being destroyed right now. So I'm trying to reel in the collateral damage here. So
Did
yeah,
they ever
no,
turn that back to normal?
we did.
Yeah,
We did.
It got,
we did.
yeah, it totally got fixed.
Okay, all right.
I tried to be sneaky about it, but somebody saw me.
So we have the marshmallow guy. He could like hold us while he's walking, and then if all else fails, he just tosses us the right way, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
I get to make the water monster from the end of Avatar season 1. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
All right.
This is a good plan.
I'm excited.
It's a plan for sure.
This is a good
Out of all the plans we've made, this is one of them.
Look, the last time I got launched, a Deathclaw died.
True. Last time I was involved in the launching.
Speaking of,
Launch
is it
me.
any way we can bring that crane along with us?
It's gonna move slower than all those people that were traveling from.
Yeah, it's not.
We have two. They should be able to help us move that thing pretty quick.
That crane was
how
a
many-
4-hour drive away.
How many?
It's
You did
out
not
of the
bring
way.
the crane back to base with you.
Dang.
How many of the Yaogwai have we managed to tame?
You have all the Yaogwai the super mutants tamed at your disposal because it's been like a day. So you have like 20 Yaogwai. However, Yaogwai have the same problem the Deathclaws have. They could probably be enthralled.
Hmm.
Do we risk having our Yaogwai turned against us?
No, we
No.
do not.
I think we'll just go with the Marshmallow Man Avatar monster.
Do you think the Marshmallow Man could wield a crane as a weapon?
I think if I just overexert myself a little bit, I can make a crane if it'll make you feel better.
we can just make one.
We can just build one right here. We have the materials.
Yeah, all
We have a
need is
couple
several-
hours. We can build
you
a
have
whole
several
crane.
all you really need is several like dozen feet of really strong metal cable and a really big heavy thing.
We can
Or
take
love the
someone
scientific
can make
accuracy.
whatever they want out of hard light.
So we get our engineers and our super mutants, string up a couple of our vans together, and just make a big like flail weapon for the Marshmallow Man.
I think I could just make a weapon for the Marshmallow Man
Alright,
if
alright,
you'd
alright.
want.
Okay. Just
I feel like Jatat's really getting into this.
Yeah.
it's probably the accidental overflow of the fact that he's very much still in my mind Power Ranger, not affiliated, suit, and so now you've given me like a
A
Zord.
Megazord, yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
God,
And
yeah.
he already said killing's acceptable, so it's a slippery slope until it has a giant spike
Again,
flail.
what a wild hill to die on today.
I like how it's like, let's make it soft and squishy so it can't hurt anyone, but let's give it a 2,000-pound flail.
Right? We keep coming back to that. Jatat has it deep inside his soul, and he's just trying to let it out. Let it out, Jatat.
it was the Deathclaw memory. Okay, that was very very the Deathclaw memory
Traumatic.
was scarred. That was traumatic. We almost lost people. So I was just trying to think of how best to deal with those things. But the rest of you all seem confident in the plan as is, and I believe in my team. So if you without that weapon, I say let's go forward without it. General Mills, do you have any recommendations from this point?
No, I think you all have a. He pauses for a moment. Sounds fun.
A
Good
plan.
plan.
It is the best plan we have.
It is. Out
It's
of
the
all
only
the
plan
plans
we
we have,
have.
this is one of them.
It's the only-
What resources do you all need from me besides your team?
Moral support?
all of the
Give me a
things-
hug.
General Mills awkwardly opens up his arms.
Mal holds on.
Yes.
It doesn't let go.
Well, I
Mal.
guess the
Mal.
I'm just kidding.
General Mills very gently pats Mal on the head.
I always wanted a
Cat,
father.
cat. What is happening?
I have
Listen, I was in the
a-
hospital for so long that jokes were piling up.
I have a very important question for Mal.
Yes.
What did you just illusion onto him?
Just my
A
sweet
kick me
face.
sign.
Okay.
General Mills sees himself in the mirror and sees he now has Mal's face.
There's a kick me sign on his back that you can't
Well,
take off
that's
because
real.
for protection.
All right, so you
Oh,
all and the
no.
super mutants will go. Mr. Impervious, Jackpot, and Prometheus will stay here and help us protect the base if you all fail.
Can we take Jackpot?
Sure.
we
we-
could use it. We could
Wait.
use a charm.
Can we not take the super mutants?
You already said the super mutants are coming. I was naming the personnel.
No, I mean like I don't want them to be mind controlled.
That's true. Are
They have the same
No,
resistance.
no,
to mind
they're
control
resistant
you
like we
do.
are.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
Oh.
good.
Sorry,
We're good.
I'm
Yeah. However,
I'm
I will
mixing
point
up
out
super-
resistance is not immunity.
yeah.
So
So-
there's still the
So anyone you
there's
bring
still a
with you
chance that
has
we
a risk
can.
to be. Yep, there's totally a risk you all could be turned. There is a risk anyone you bring with you will be turned.
I have a question for General Mills. Do you have any Suicide Squad necklaces or anything like that we can attach to each other in the event that one of us is mind controlled?
You're asking permission to blow each other up.
I'm not asking for it.
Wow.
I prefer to not be blown up. Personally.
Yep.
Jatat, your thoughts on blowing us up?
Saying that
Blowing-
I'm not saying that one of us has the say on it. I'm just saying, like, perhaps General Mills, while watching the battle from a distance, if things get out of control, it's a nuclear option.
You mean
If
the?
I go out down, I'm taking you with me.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the computer chips that I quietly had installed inside all your heads? No,
Oh,
no, I
don't you
know what
do
you're
this
talking
to
about.
me.
Gonna
Wait,
freak out.
what? What?
Time
Hold
to
on.
learn brain
Back up.
surgery.
Back up. You've got what installed in our heads?
Nothing. It's not important. It's not really
Prometheus, can you look inside our heads?
Prometheus confirms that General Mills is fucking with you.
Okay.
That's what he wants
What
us
a
to
what a
think.
time to get a sense of humor, General.
Okay. All right. Back to the matter at hand. Perfectionist is perfected, so prepare to understand. Sorry, had to finish that line. So I say, let's head out and meet our destinies, shall we?
Okay,
Yeah.
before we go, just knowing that Val's gonna go like fill up a backpack full of random candy stuff. Jelly
No
beans.
peeps.
No
Rations.
peeps, but some candy bars, you know.
What NPCs are you bringing with you besides the 6 of you? You have super mutants. You have
Jackpot.
3 other. You bring Jackpot.
Yeah, I really want Jackpot there.
All right.
I am making sure Mr. Impervious comes, and also I'm gonna swing by and say bye to Daryl quick because I know he's probably not gonna be of much help. But just in case things go badly, I wanted to know how.
Wait,
Really
who?
appreciate Daryl the cook.
Oh yeah,
I was
Daryl.
like, oh
Shut
yeah, you all have. General Mills mentioned you all have an important mission here. He stuffs a jalapeno popper in your mouth.
Nice.
Yes.
Can I get some catfish jerky for the road?
Oh, of course, and he just pulls out some catfish
Yes.
jerky from the food stores for you.
I
Please
thought it
tell
was going to
me
be from
that
his pocket.
Please tell me that it is just a dried cat paw.
I don't morally feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Especially
but-
with our little guest.
It's catfish.
We have yet to discern
Oh, yeah, did we not-
exactly what the level
It's
of
this
cat
spec-
versus fish is in this catfish.
Let's say it's this specific paw right here. This one.
No.
So, is it possible? I don't know how much I even care about this or not. So, a no is not going to hurt my feelings. But if we're not sure, like another person to bring with us, what about Jesse Burns off of my sheet? He's the one who's infamous for blowing up government buildings.
Oh,
I will point out normal people have about a 1 in 4 chance of being mind controlled. You all have about a 1 in 2 chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I
that
didn't know if
reversed.
all these guys were normal or if they were super powered because they were like,
There's
I
a
mean-
3 chance that he will be succumb to mind control.
yeah, no, never mind.
Yep. Civilians, anyone who does not have superpowers or some sort of genetic mutation, substantially more likely to fall under his thrall. Now, could you have your friend rig up a bomb that you could totally hurl at this guy? Sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to be. I I'm not the type. He would have had to been a Lone Ranger to go in and like he
he
wouldn't have
actually
been
shows
with
up
our
in
group.
his
He would have
unit.
just appeared and been placing bombs in places that we never would have probably expected because he doesn't work as a group.
He actually like shows up all shady, like when you walk out of situations. Like, I overheard you guys might be looking for a rocket.
I wouldn't be surprised. Opportunistic.
No, we moved past that. It's fine.
Yep. Oh darn! I already started working one up. Okay, well, it's in the garage if you need it. It's almost done.
Like, how
That
almost done
is-
are we talking here?
Disturbingly quick. I trust it even less.
You never know when you need an anti-aircraft ballistic missile.
Egon is
Yeah,
like super interested.
I don't expect one to be built in 2 minutes, though. Like,
No, I was
That's
already
not
working
nearly as
on it.
important as how big it blows up whenever it hits.
I was already working on it. It was not something I started working on 2 minutes ago. It was something I was working on as a hobby.
Insight check. Wait, wrong game.
Um,
I'm just imagining
Just
Egon
hot.
like riding this rednecked rocket, and he's like screaming, "I came in like a wrecking ball" at the same time. Like,
are we bullshitting, or is there a guy who's actually built a rocket?
If she has an explosive specialist as an NPC on her list, I'm making him relevant. He's totally been casually building a surface-to-air missile.
Good
Just
for that.
because he has free time and is not
Dragon
being close
thing.
monitored.
I want to pierce his mask.
Oh,
All right.
I don't think we've used this yet.
We
I
did
think we did
exactly
once.
once last session.
yeah.
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
Perfect Mask, roll plus mundane.
Nope, that's a 6.
All right, so on a 6, you get some mark experience. You have no idea what he's up to. If you ask him, he will say he's afraid of scorched beasts and wanted something to shoot one with.
All right, that's
Good cover story.
every lie needs to have a truth.
I agree.
That's
Those
what-
things
that
are kinda
is-
scary.
That is allegedly why he is building a surface-to-air missile.
Wouldn't hurt to
I mean, it
have if that
checks
was
out.
the case anyway.
This absolutely checks out. Like, I can't think of a good reason to like check him for
Press
this.
this any further.
Yeah, that scorch beasts are terrifying.
Okay, so we good? Anything else?
Chatat just wants to check out the almost completed missile. Like, see, like, does this thing look like it's trustworthy? Like, just give it a once over, like circle around it. Maybe give it a quick foot tap, like you're kicking the tire on it type situation.
All right,
You
wanna
should-
roll to-
You should
wanna
kick.
kick the explosive device.
Yeah.
Hey, careful on kicking. That's how I ended up in the hospital.
All right, roll to assess the situation.
Okay.
Or I guess it's roll plus superior because the answer is going to be really obvious for what you're asking. So,
Plus superior is an 11.
all right. So an 11, what I'll give you is this thing clearly has a functional propulsion system and casing. He has not gotten around to giving it any sort of explosive payload yet. It's basically just a flying machine.
Well, I feel like the explosion's a good thing to have at last.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's for far along. Like, you also get the impression this thing probably only has a range for how much fuel it has for a couple of miles. So you'd have to let the marching force get closer to the base.
If we were going to use it.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
doesn't have enough fuel to blast it further.
Noted. Okay. So then the last thing Chatat's going to do is go and try and find Mr. Impervious. Because, what's the harm?
Yeah, Mr. Impervious and Jackpot make themselves available to you. They've been briefed
Good.
on the mission because they were at the briefing.
Makes sense.
checks out. Checks out.
So while we've been talking to this dude about the rocket, have they been debriefing?
Yes, they're no longer wearing underpants.
Together?
Nice.
Like, where's this going?
I'm glad Paul picked it up.
Jeez. All right. Well, folks, it's been an honor. Let's head out.
Okay, Egon has no idea what the hell he's supposed to be doing right now. He is absolutely terrified. The only thing that Egon knows is that he accidentally blew up a fucking van, and when trying to gain a better hold of his powers, working with Cal, he accidentally, instead of shooting an energy blast, absorbed one. So he's sitting here wondering what the hell he's even gonna do against this group of superpowered this threat that's obviously trying to like storm the base, and you all seem to be very sure about what you're doing. So he's looking even more terrified than he was initially. If I could be doubly afraid, I would have 2 conditions marked afraid. That's what we're talking about here.
So Mal notices that because I feel like 1, it's not hard to see, and 2, like being able to control other people's emotions kind of makes it more sensitive to emotions. So it stops and looks and it's like, hey, it's chill. We got some beefy guys who are going to do the majority of the thing. We've got me, who's going to make things scary. We've got Val, who's going to make things scary. And other than that, we're just going to like peace out and watch beefy dudes do beefy dude things. If you get things figured out, and something to do in the moment, all good. If not, beefy dudes. And also gonna like try to manipulate emotions to like not like make him super calm, but just like a little chill pill, like a little like let's vibe down.
To say both Mal and Val have the ability to use their powers to remove the afraid condition because of the nature of that condition.
Cool. Then yeah.
So if you want to roll to unleash your powers, if you get anything higher than a 7, you'll remove the condition. But if you get 7 to 9, you'll take one yourself.
Oh, okay. What was that? Unleashing powers is plus freak. And I have a 2 in freak, so I got a 13.
All right,
Nice.
So you just removed the afraid condition. Egon now totally feels fine, at least mechanically.
At least mechanically.
I mean, he's kind of always scared, but at least he's not like cripplingly afraid. So, all right,
Yeah,
not debuffed.
Val might not like. I'm not gonna roll to do anything right now, but she'll just like link arms with them and just tell them, "Hey, I'm going out there and I'm gonna throw candy at these people, like with the handfuls." So
Okay.
I'm not exactly like the
Okay.
pinnacle of effectiveness, but.
Okay, beefy dudes and candy. Okay, beefy
And
beefy
you don't
dudes
have
and
to
candy.
know what you're doing
Okay.
because
It's the
pretty
dream.
much every time you haven't known what you're doing, you've done something really badass. So I think the more you think about it, the more you try to know what you're doing, the harder it's going to be. So we're just going to go and be badass without thinking about it, and then see what our badass looks like when we let it hang out.
Okay,
Well.
beefy dudes, candy, and S. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I think I can do
Yes.
this. I think I can
Okay,
do
I'm
this.
getting
Let's go.
distracted. Let's go.
So we
Well,
head out.
We do it.
So you
And
head
we
out.
do it.
You are provided a vehicle so you can make good time, even though unless you want to march the entire. We'll say it took you about an hour to get your stuff together, so it's about 3.5 hour march to them. If you want, it would probably take you an hour to drive there, or if you want to, you can just march the entire way as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That's gonna put a big old damper on the rest of my day. Element of surprise, perhaps? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll drive there probably.
All right, so we'll say you drive there. Who wants to roll mundane to operate the van?
Not me.
Jatat's going to operate the van because everybody's been so gung-ho about killing everything and running them over.
This is probably a good plan.
Most of all, you, Mr. 20-foot flail.
Yeah, if
For the death clause.
Allegedly.
Mal's like, hey, if you get tired, I can take over anytime. You know.
The flail was only for the death claws. Only for the death claws. All right. Mundane. That is a 9.
Right, so on a 9, you handle it fine. The road's a little bumpy. Those of you with your stomach start getting a little bit of motion sickness, and the super mutants are cranky in the back of the van. You did bring the super mutants, right? You talked about it.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do we need to roll for motion sickness?
No. Also, we're going to say, because I forgot about the super mutants, you actually got a bus, not a van.
Woo!
Hell yeah, party bus.
Bus is just a long van without seatbelts. It's fine.
Wheels on the bus go round and round.
We get outside before we actually leave the base. I got out to the front of the bus by the door and started doing the dance.
Nice, classic.
While we're in the bus, I want to turn on the radio.
All right, so you
Wait,
turn
there
on
was
the
a
radio.
Six Flags near us.
Yeah.
Ruined.
I think so.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah,
Six Flags.
So when you
They
turn on the
actually shut
radio,
down.
you get some old-timey music because someone who survived the nuclear apocalypse has taken over the Roku radio station and is playing old vinyl records because that's the only technology that still works. And you hear someone go, bongo, 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 I'll never leave the Congo, no, 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 no.
Shout outs to Fallout 3.
Oh man.
No.
Screw you
I mean-
all. I have my own St. Elmo's Fire soundtrack in my head, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Has been linked in the chat.
Nate Wants to Battle put out a bunch of stuff on vinyl too, so like that's also.
Yeah, vinyl really has been making a comeback.
This
in
random radio
2020s.
station have those records available.
Egon's just gonna click it back off and say the quiet's probably better.
Cal just starts
You guys
singing
just start
karaoke.
singing. I was gonna say you guys just start singing the wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
I have an
Oh
environment
no,
question.
it's worse.
All right.
Okay, so I know that this is a nuclear apocalypse and all that stuff. Now, the desert is a very harsh environment, but there still is quite a bit of like biodiversity in it. What sort of plant life are we looking at here, just around us? Is it
30-foot tall cacti that are unusual, unnatural colors. You
Okay,
also
so-
see off in the distance and are very concerned about scorpions the size of minivans.
Okay, so we should expect like desert biodiversity. It's just mutated.
Yes, some of it is died out, but like the stuff that survived is bigger and scarier.
Cool. Just curious.
But no, seriously, scorpions the size of minivans.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Scorpion. Well, that's our bus is bigger, so we win.
That's how it works.
Not really, because you know that the tail end of a scorpion is essentially a hypodermic needle, right?
No. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
that.
is.
And
I
I
It
think
is.
they can't
know
open the
that.
bus roof.
They actually have iron in the tip of their tails, so it like actually is like an actual needle. So
Whoa.
Is
I
it,
don't-
Is it still hypodermic if it goes all the way through you?
then it's transdermic.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Damn trans scorpions. They made the scorpions.
The apocalypse goes
fuck.
crazy.
The radiation turned all the scorpions trans.
I regret nothing.
A mess.
Oh Jesus,
You
this is
all do
beautiful.
anything to prepare for the coming encounter during your roughly 1 hour ride to rendezvous with the opposing army.
Jatat tries to sing a song to calm everyone's nerves. I just can't think of which song to sing because it's definitely not Wheels on the Bus. It's just gonna piss everybody off.
The song
It's just
that never
Vangabus.
No, it's just this is
99 bottles of beer on the wall. Every annoying song you've ever sang on the bus as a
yeah.
child.
Unfortunately that's all that comes to mind as I'm trying to
Right.
think about what song to sing on the ride. So yeah,
This is
he's
the
singing
song
this-
that never ends.
4 hours of
Full-on
Jatat.
Mulan. You know, just start at the beginning of the Mulan soundtrack and work your way to the end.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Sorry, if we're gonna do that, then it's absolutely the Hercules soundtrack, word for word,
Oh.
bar for bar. I've got it. So
All right, get
Hero to
going.
hero.
Not the
Perfect.
Shrek soundtrack.
I can go the
The
distance.
distant.
Yep.
That's the because we gotta start with the fates though. Dun, dun,
Yep.
dun,
Bless
dun.
my soul.
Yeah.
It's on a roll.
So yeah,
All right. Roll plus mundane for singing.
woo.
Dang.
Let's go.
Being challenged.
Oh, I just mentioned Tot because your Tot was the one leading the sing off.
I'll say,
Okay,
is this a
Oh, yeah.
comforter support? Like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Let's come for
yeah,
your support. So that's plus mundane.
Roll for singing.
I was about to say I don't get to roll superior because my vocal talents are that great. No. Oh no, that's a 6.
All right, so on a 6, you do not inspire the team. You do however get to mark potential.
So yeah, I'm gonna mark a potential then.
And everyone is really underwhelmed by your singing. The super mutants are actually plugging their ears.
Aw.
That seems to be accurate.
Jack says it's
I
really
guess if
slow
we're
clap.
like trying to perk people up, I'm gonna try to give everyone motivation with my fantastic emotional superpowers.
Right? Roll to unleash your powers. If you get anything above a 7 to 9, you'll be able to add to the team. Anything above a 7, you'll add to the team pool, which is currently, I believe, 7.
Yeah.
Noise, because
Oh,
I got a 9.
All right, so on a 9, you do get to add to the team pool, but you have to either mark a condition or I can tell you how it's unstable or temporary.
Unstable or temporary.
All right, so you did bolster everyone, but you get the impression that that bolster is going to wear down and your allies might lose confidence in the upcoming fight. So you added 1 to the team pool, you now have 8 in the team pool, but you
Cool.
get the impression the NPCs might be a little bit more wary about the battle once that buff wears off.
Well, I did something.
Yeah.
Marty, you don't want to do anything? Maybe charge and burn? I don't think it goes away once you charge it, so.
That's true. I think I'll, at the end of the scene, whatever that means. So I'm assuming session. Yeah, I'll charge. I got a lot of shit to do, so. I don't have any conditions. We'll see how this goes. That's a 6.
Oh no.
Womp, womp. Well, mark potential, and then what do you get on a 6 besides?
I hold 2 and mark 3 conditions.
Womp. You hate to see it. Or love to see it.
Honestly, it'll make it easier for me to charge later, so I'm fine.
It's true. So you go ahead and mark those conditions.
Insecure, guilty, afraid.
You get to a place about an hour out, and you see the lights in the distance of the opposing army and them marching. But you get the impression you're still far enough out they won't see you and your headlights as long as you dim the headlights while you're figuring out somewhere to park. I'm going to go ahead and say that you found the parking lot, like a shopping area in like one of those areas that's like outside of any major city. So like about an hour in San Diego, you found like a shopping plaza. Like
An outlet mall.
Yeah, exactly, an outlet mall. Like there's like an old McDonald's, a
At a farm?
Walmart. Oh, what?
Is it had a farm? Old
I have no idea.
McDonald's?
Oh,
Sure.
Radioactive pigmen.
So just like chain stores, chain restaurants, what's left of them. It is the closest thing you'll have to cover as you see them marching the other side of an old highway. It looks like they will be here in about half an hour.
Mal makes note of any hot topic that it can raid later.
That would be a regular mall. This is a strip mall.
Sometimes they're in strip malls.
I have never seen a hot topic not in a regular mall, but okay, sure.
Is there a Fuddruckers?
Spencer's.
All right.
Yeah, that's you.
Roll plus mundane to see if you can find a Fuddruckers.
Okay.
Just fail. Just get that potential.
9.
All right, on a 9, you find a Fuddruckers, but it has particularly been devastated by the nuclear apocalypse. It just says Druckers.
Druckers? Okay, I was wondering what you were going to make.
Dang.
Okay, Druckers.
Could have taken out some different letters.
Oh, hey guys, look at Druckers.
What did you call me?
So it looks like you have about half an hour for they'll reach your area. With the estimated gait of your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, that would be like a 5-minute walk.
Okay.
So what was the plan? Are we like gonna ride up in Stay Puft Marshmallow Man mode, or are we gonna like get there and then balloon up like right in front of them?
I was thinking the second one, so they have no time to react. Because if they see us coming, they can potentially do something about it. But if we just mix into the crowd and then just go ham all of a sudden, I think that works better in our favor.
How are we mixing into the crowd though?
Really carefully. I don't know.
Maybe there's like a place off to the side. We can wait for the arm to actually march past us a little bit, and then maybe pop into it or something like that.
We
Let's
could,
let the
like,
army
hide
go
on a roof?
past us, and come in from behind.
Yeah.
So because we're closer now, we're further away from the base, so we can still get make our way from the backside of their formation to Mr. Gotti. What do you guys think? We can try and sneak and blend in. You got a bunch of mind control thralls probably won't recognize us, right?
I mean,
I also have illusion powers.
I have a question. We brought the super mutants. Did we bring one of those death claws or whatever the hell they're called?
The Yaguai?
Yeah,
I don't think
you
we did.
decided against it because they would not resist mind control.
Okay. Okay.
In the distance, you do hear the audible thump of 6 death claws marching toward you.
Seems excessive.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
this guy
are we
brought an
assuming
army
they
of
don't have any
thousands strong.
scouts that saw us coming or anything, or like?
I mean, we don't know if this army is going to like attack anything it sees on sight, or if it's going to try to wrangle in anything it sees first and only kill what doesn't get mind controlled.
So we could always hide out on like a roof or something, and then I can just like do an illusion that covers us, so they don't know it until we can jump out and Marshmallow Man.
We can do that, but we're also going to try to like break all these people free from their thrall too. Like, so at some point we need to attempt that instead of just like, I don't know,
Crush them underfoot.
Yeah, let's not do that. Again, let's not. I want to emphasize, let's not kill everyone. We just need to kill Mr. Gotti. And potentially, maybe we can convince him to just go home and mind his business. We don't necessarily have to kill him.
Look into your heart, Jatat. Do you feel that is true?
I feel it's unlikely, but it's still a possibility. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a realist about these things.
Are you?
Option number 1 was kill him. Option number 2, if it becomes available, talk him down.
Seems like the opposite order.
Previously worked with Mr. Gotti. Please roll plus superior to get an idea of how well you think Mr. Gotti can be reasoned with.
I already know the answer is that he can't.
Get a 2 and say, actually, really well. I think it could happen.
No, it's still an 8.
Yep, with an 8, this guy, his version of negotiation is my way or I'll shoot you in the head.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh.
All right,
so
if they
you would literally have to change his personality at the atomic level.
I can try that.
I think that's where the personality is stored.
as the individual with a PhD in psychology, I can tell you that is not where the personality is stored.
That's why it's called a joke.
Okay, so correction. We will have to kill Mr. Gotti.
Yeah.
But just him. That's we're only required to kill one person.
And
just
the mafia.
keep that in mind. They'll scatter without their leader, right? Right, Gears? Right?
No, they got guns too.
They might scatter though, because they're going to have a big, terrifying Stay Puft Marshmallow. So, like, they may at least need to go like figure out what they want to do with their lives before they just attack us.
And again, I feel like as a team, we've shown on more than one occasion that keeping collateral damage down is not our strong suit. It's really an inevitability.
But just everybody just promise me you'll try. That's all I'm asking. Please.
Crickets. Can Mal illusion some crickets in the distance?
I think the only thing you get is just a yes, sir.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Val's good with whatever. I don't think any like pre-negotiating or like pre-thought on her part is gonna do any good. Like at the end of the day, her end goal and job is gonna be the exact same. So however you guys decide we're gonna do it, let's do it.
Yeah. Listen, Mal's a wimp and has noodle arms. Like, it's not going to be killing anything anytime soon.
Right? I'm like, it's 1,000 people. Like, we're just gonna wing it. There's not a whole lot of planning. Like, it doesn't matter whether we're in the mini. I almost said mini mall. I don't know what this is called. You use the
Out
word and I forgot
mini
it.
mall, whatever.
Strip mall.
Strip mall.
Yeah, strip mall. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're in the strip mall and they find us, like, or if we run out and go get them. Like, I don't think it's gonna matter greatly either way. At least, I guess, if they see us at the strip mall or something before we can surprise them, I don't know, we got cover for a little bit or something. Like, it could be worse. So
Yeah,
let's just do it.
Just tell me what to illusion and when.
Yeah, I think if we just keep us hidden until they're nearby, because we have an idea that they're coming like through this way, right, Paul?
Yeah, you see them marching, like, they seem to be following the remnants of an old highway that passes by here.
Okay. Yeah. If we just stay hidden until they come by, we can get the drop on them. Maybe get a chance to do what we want to do before we are met with a bunch of resistance.
While you're waiting, do any of you want to do anything in the way of scouting or anything, or are you just going to sit tight rather than risk your position being lost?
No, Jatad is absolutely going to try and scout out as best he can what he can see of the coming army, and use his before we get started power or move.
All right, so roll to get before you get started, and then I will give you some information about what you see for the invading force.
Okay, rolling savior. 8 on the die plus 3, 11.
All right, so you get like a bunch of hold for that you can use later, right?
I hold 3, yeah.
Awesome. And then what I'll tell you when you do the scout, let's say Jatat, being trained in recon ops, gets about halfway between where you all are and the opposing army to get an idea of their numbers, their capabilities, etc. And Jatat is surprised to see the military force marching only appears to be about half the size Prometheus described. It looks to be about 500 strong.
The rest just
Or-
died on the way here. Because he made them march for a week straight.
Got a bad feeling.
No, they just stalled out at the spa.
Yeah.
They lost half their members at the spa.
They're like, we're not coming. We're staying here. You guys have fun. Bye.
Here. I
You
think
do see that it mostly seems to be individuals on foot. It looks like half the vehicles are the ones that are missing.
They came ahead. Oh no.
Oh no! Why would you say that? Now I'm worried that's accurate.
Yeah, I was gonna say. This
Would you
feels
prefer to
very-
just say, it's fine, Jatat, don't worry about it.
This feels very bad.
Yeah. Have you met Jatad? He's happy-go-lucky and trying to keep everybody else that way. So, okay.
Well,
Can I do a bit of my own scouting as well?
sure.
I want
roll.
to.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to get up on a rooftop of a tall building and get binoculars because I'm guessing we have basic gear, and just kind of look
Sure,
around.
you can also
city.
raid the Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine too. I'm not scouting for the enemy. I'm basically looking for what are defensible positions. Where can we put people to set up ambushes? That kind of thing.
Be assess the situation.
In a
maybe?
bush.
It would be assess the situations, the roll plus superior.
Are you going? Are you
God
going
damn it.
somewhere that's? Are you going somewhere that's easily accessible to someone who doesn't have your physical prowess? Because I would like to go with you.
Yeah, you can come with me. I mean,
Okay.
I wasn't gonna
Piggyback ride.
jump up the building. I was gonna take an elevator or whatever.
That's very
You
funny.
assume the electricity's still working in this building.
Just to see you just sitting there with elevator music, dun, 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 just
I could also
big
just
buff.
strap Egon to my back and just
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah, Pokemon Arceus
Um,
ride.
But it doesn't matter because I rolled a 4.
But
All right, so go ahead and mark potential. I will give you a basic description of the layout of this area, but that is all you're going to get. This shopping plaza consists of two. Actually, Megan, before I do that, would you like to also roll assess the situation since you're totally there?
Well, I want to see the information that he gives me first, because if the information is really shitty, then yes, I would also like to assess the situation.
All right. Basically, this strip, they're actually a collection of two strip malls across from each other. One that's like shopping centers, and like an old Walmart, and a couple other like small stores, like a shoe store, etc. Just like one long, wide building on one side with a big vacant parking lot. And there's two fast food restaurants in the parking lot of that parking lot.
Inception.
Lack of a better way to describe it. And then across the way, you have a similar strip mall that looks like it's the rival businesses. Like if one has a Walmart, the other one has a Target. And there's
CVS and Walgreens, Lowe's and Home Depot.
exactly.
AutoZone O'Reilly's.
Perfectly mirrored too. Like
Weird. Who designed
Exactly.
this?
There are 4 total fast food buildings and 2 large strip malls that almost perfectly mirror each other in available products. You do see that those buildings look like they've been broken into, as if people already hey, I'm going to go steal the stock of these stores for myself. Possibly before the apocalypse, during the apocalypse, not clear. But you might be able to get supplies. The buildings themselves do look like they offer positions where you could hide inside, because they might not have think to search in there. Otherwise, you could fortify yourselves in the smaller fast food buildings for a more strategically located position, because the strip malls themselves are relatively far from the road. That is basically all you're going to get with a 4 is the general layout.
What do you see, Jack?
I think Jack like hands Egon the binoculars and like
Yeah,
kind of
backwards.
huh?
You're holding them backwards. You're looking to the big side.
Oh no.
Everything looks real far away.
Egon turns him around and rolls a 9.
All right, so the 9, you get to take 1. What here can I use to blank? What is the biggest threat? What is the greatest danger? What is most vulnerable to me? And what could best end the situation quickly?
I think Egon just wants this whole thing to be over. So what could best end this quickly?
So Egon remembers that the I was going to give you like, oh, the Walmart has a firearms department, but then I realized you all have more potent stuff than guns. So that occurs to you, and then you realize that it's not a particularly exciting idea.
Yeah.
You get the impression that the 4 fast food places, being closely situated to the road, would let you hide yourselves in a way where you could launch a sneak attack. So that for your existing plan, one of those would be the best place. The only downside is, if you've ever been to a chain fast food place, the walls are 80% windows. So you'd have to hide in the back or something.
Mm-hmm.
Illusion.
Illusion.
Is there any way from this distance to determine their state of exhaustion? Like, is there a chance that they would stop and try to rest in these fast food establishments on their way? Like, is there any way for me to determine that?
From this distance, no. I'll go ahead and say from what you saw, I think they look like they were relatively well rested, as they had rested recently. So they might pass through. They might, it's hard to say because they are enthralled. But they're if the person enthralling them or his generals were to so decide, then he might actually go with having them take a break here because there's good supplies available.
Okay, I'm going to relay that information to Jack. I say, Jack, I don't know exactly what you saw with the binoculars being backwards and all, but I think maybe our best bet is to do something with these restaurants along the side of the road. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, do you think any of them have oil? Can we heat up some oil?
What are the restaurants that are there?
You have I'm going to go ahead and make joke names. Faye Donald's.
Yep.
Wait,
Big
hold on.
Betty's Wander.
Can I suggest a different McDonald's?
Sure.
Hickey D's.
Sure, Hickey D's. a hole-in-the-wall diner called the Bard Rock Cafe, a place called Fapplebee's,
Oh
Didn't
god.
like that.
Goodness.
Did not like that.
Hickey G's and Fapplebee's.
And the Bard Rock Cafe. What more do you need?
I heard they have really good mashed potatoes.
and a combination. And there's actually like the fourth building. I said fast food place, but it's actually going to be a hotel. It's the tall building you're standing on. It's called the Fool's Rush Inn.
So at least 2 of them would have like, I'm guessing like, assuming it's not completely gone or already combusted, should have oil for like frying foods. The Bard Rock Cafe might have a giant rock in the basement. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about. I don't know.
That's a weird assumption to make. I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't. There's a giant hole in the roof, and I don't know.
No, in this universe, there's actually a undetonated nuke in the basement.
Oh, even better. Awesome.
Hey,
Fantastic.
let's go back to Plan A for a second.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably scrounge up something. Are there? So this is a strip mall. Are there any gas stations?
There are not.
They're not.
You did pass a gas station a couple miles back on your way here.
Mhm.
But if you're looking to blow up the gas supply that may or may not still be there, it is too far away from your current location.
Okay. I mean, we have a couple of them probably have like food oil. I don't know like if they're using electric or gas to cook their food. So like we'd have to
There's
actually
a
go there and
50-year-old
check.
French fry fryer full of peanut oil.
Yeah, we'd have to physically go and see what's there.
It's mostly congealed with like fat and stuff by now.
But there's a possibility, Jack.
I don't really know where I was going with that, but like
I don't either.
throwing,
Cool.
throwing hot oil on people tends to be effective.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just thought he was trying to fry up some Deathclaw meat later.
I mean,
I'd
we
be
have
up for
Last
that,
us.
but
Daryl's gonna be so excited to make some Deathclaw steaks.
I mean, if there actually is like a home improvement store, there would be roof tar. We could tar and we could tar them. That would be a way of
Classic.
slowing
I'm gonna
them
go
down.
ahead and say, for the sake of convenience, any store you can think of that exists in the real world is totally between these 2 strip malls.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's
As long as it's a big chain place.
yeah, I
Cool.
mean,
The only
I'm
place
taking
with,
my Hot Topic back.
there's-
We the Hot Topic. We put the Hot Topic back as I conceded that point.
Jack, are you suggesting that we home alone them?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, of
I
course.
would totally be down for home aloning them.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Let's go back down and talk to Jatat.
If there's really a nuke in the basement, we could end it like Home Alone 3.
They made 3 of
Oh
them.
god,
They
They
did.
made like 5 of them.
they made a bunch of them actually.
Yeah.
But didn't only the first 2 actually have McCulkin?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
But 3
Second one
did
had
en-
Trump.
3 did
3 had
end
Russian
with,
terrorists.
like a whole bunch, a
Classic.
huge ass explosion.
it did.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go back to Jatat.
All right, so we're coming back from our scouting meet up. On the
while
way back to
everybo-
everybody else.
While everybody else was scouting, I'm going to charge more burn since there's nothing saying I can't do that.
You have time.
Can
I
don't
don't
really-
think there's anything saying that I can't do that.
I think it's my discretion how often you can try, and I did give you another half an hour before they get here, so.
You're
Okay.
right.
We'll say
There's
it's been
nothing
about-
saying that you have to let your burn run out.
Yep, so we'll say it's been 10, 15 minutes. They're about 15-minute march out at this point.
I got a 12, so I get 3 more. So I have a total of 5.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you guys
Shout
now
out
have
to
about
getting
10 to
3
15 minutes to
conditions.
take a position in prep, which is probably not enough time to home alone them because they have a substantial amount of super speed and none of you have time manipulation powers.
I mean, Jack's pretty fast.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're probably right.
Not that level of fast. You would need
I-
like the fastest man alive, Sonic the Hedgehog speed to set up a home alone across 2 strip malls in 15 minutes.
Egon just hangs his head and it's like, I thought it was a good idea.
Maybe next time.
Mr. Impervious pats you on the back.
Get him next time, champ.
Gonna pull out some of my catfish jerky and just chew on it.
Okay. All right. So
what's the
how
plan,
close do we want to
boss?
how close do we want to let them get before we spring our giant mech our giant hard light mech on them? Cal?
The Mexmello man. That doesn't work.
We'll keep working on it.
Hey, actually, the giant marshmallow man could slow them down, right? So we could actually Home Alone them if we use the hard light instead of doing the original plan, which was to put the hard light construct out there to attack them. We use it as a stall technique so that we can
So we can set up some Rube Goldberg machines that will definitely work perfect first time.
Egon is really emphatic about this. He's super stoked about about Home Alone.
I don't want to crush your dreams, but
Egon, you can Home Alone the base when we get back.
we're just gonna make a new Home Alone where we crush them with a giant mech.
Okay, fine.
Ever seen that episode of the Power Rangers where they just summon the Megazord at the beginning and step on the monster while it's still small?
You can't do that.
That's against the rules.
Rule number 1: never escalate a situation.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're gonna go into the restaurants and then sort of jump out from there and attack with the hard light construct. Is that the deal?
Yeah, I'm going into the Bard Rock Cafe.
All right, in the
All
basement,
right.
you do find what seems to be
The Tablet of Fate.
No. As I said before, you see a hole in the basement, and what you see is a nuclear warhead that's probably defective that's just chilling there. And even though it's been 50 years, it's still like hissing, like the technology hasn't worn out yet.
It's still hissing?
Yes,
Hissing.
like,
I don't like it.
it's acting like he just got launched and landed here a few minutes ago.
That's terrifying.
That is
I'm
very
getting out of here.
We need to change-
So the non-Bard Rock locations, do they use gas? Do they use gas? And is there gas running into the building?
Sure, there's totally gas lines there, but because the infrastructure that would have been providing that gas stopped working 50 years ago, turning the knob, there is no fuel source pumping into it.
All right, Egon was just testing because he likes playing with things. So
Look,
Cool.
guys, I know we had our heart set on this plan, but new plan, there's a nuke in the basement, and it's live, and we need to leave.
Agreed. Jatat doesn't like even wait for everybody. So he just goes to the door and opens it up and is like, "Come on."
Let's
Well,
go to the Fapplebees.
He's keeping very close watch
damn it.
on Mal and Val. Like, let's go, you two.
I don't think the Fapplebees is far enough away from this nuclear bomb that goes off.
Everybody knows that in times of distress, your local Fapplebees also serves as a funker.
A fun. I can't be here anymore. Goodbye.
I mean, I don't think we could get anywhere in
Kidding, I'm
15
back.
minutes that would be far enough away from a nuclear explosion.
That is
Cal
a
could.
solid point.
If that thing was going to go off, it probably would have by now. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but let's just.
It is hissing. That's concerning for sure.
Alright,
Yes, I'm not going
Chat,
to
you
deny
want
it.
to roll plus soldier to investigate this nuke?
No, I want to roll plus soldier to make sure I command the troops out of the room. I am pulling rank for once.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm fine going to a different building. Like, I'm ready to
wanted
commit
with
to whatever we're doing. So,
I don't want us to all blow ourselves and Mr. Impervious up. Like, I feel like this is the one thing that might actually get him. So,
But how would we know?
Do we have
It's
any
like, wait,
explosives on
guys.
us?
Mr. Pervious is carrying an entire, like, 2 munitions belts of grenades.
Oh no.
Okay, do we have any like C4 or like a timed explosive on us?
There is no way that we could get out of the
You know,
range of a nuclear bomb that went off. Just to be clear.
If it had occurred to you to ask Val's friend, you could have gotten that exact thing. But
I thought we weren't
Okay.
killing civilians, Jatat.
Yes. This will kill all
Again,
the
again. I like the idea. I like where he's going with it. I don't want the civilians gone. I want to save them. So if we can find a way to maybe blow up, because maybe the
Small nuclear
warhead
explosion.
Well,
Mini
no.
one.
Nuclear.
A
Maybe
little one,
the
as a
warhead
treat.
is it was a dud, right? Clearly, it's a dud. It didn't blow up and destroy everything like it was supposed to. So maybe just the explosive can be triggered still without nuking everything. Small explosion minus nuke. Dead,
We
Mr. Gotti.
Do we have anyone here with us right now that has the technical skills for that?
No.
Where's Prometheus when I need him?
Prometheus.
No.
He's like, how's it going, everybody? I've been watching you from afar.
Yes, you
Hey,
have.
we found we found an old nuke. Is there any way that you could maybe inform, or maybe somebody from the base you can inform somebody at the base and let us know whether or not this thing is actually still usable?
Yeah, sure. He floats down there to the nuclear thing. He's like, let me just communicate with that. And first of all, he looks at it. He's like, okay, so this bomb is 50 years old. The half-life in the plutonium is shot. So it's not going to be a nuclear blast.
That's
I
a
just
win.
want to point out we could have just brought a bomb with us. Like we didn't have to refurbish the nuclear bomb that we found. This was going to be an idea. We really should have just decided on it before we left. Because we left with an idea. And like Val's like looking at Jatat like, what is wrong with you and where is my friend?
Yeah.
So by daisy
You wanted to
chaining
blow up
through
peeps.
by taking a telephone approach of talking to the munitions expert at the base and describing what's going on with this bomb, Prometheus is able to tell you this thing didn't go off because they didn't properly calibrate the explosive device. And also, it basically didn't have plutonium. It looks like you do know from before times they did start disarming nukes to try and mitigate the nuclear apocalypse, but they knew they didn't have time to get to them all. Your guess is this is probably one of the ones they disarmed. So it's a nuke,
Oh.
but it's a harmless nuke.
That's
Okay.
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 Just to be clear, I wasn't going to blow up peeps. I was going to make peeps be little fear. I was going to put them out there as little
Fear
terrifying
bomb.
peeps, like kind of like if you have a minefield, only they're terrifying little peeps that just stay there.
Peeps of terror.
And
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I would say
adorable.
that
That's my new
I
band.
would say-
I'm
We
so-
would blow them up. It's candy. We'd eat them first.
I thought you were gonna destroy the peeps with the explosiveness.
No,
Okay,
no, they
I'm
were going to be our army of peeps. Who are peeps?
with the time and expertise needed to go through all this, you now have about 5 minutes before that force arrives at the strip mall.
Cool. Okay, where are we hiding and what illusion am I putting up?
okay. We've wasted enough time. Giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man plan. Go.
I do it.
Right. So are you just gonna march forward
Are
on
we
them?
waiting for
You're
them
not
to
gonna
go
hide?
past us, or are we going to do it as they approach?
As they're
Yeah,
approaching, just kind of be in the middle
All
of
right.
them.
Yeah.
In that case, before you all enact your plan, let's take a 10-minute break for bio stuff before we get into the heat of the action.
Yeah.
Cool.
So everyone,
What?
you can be back at 10 minutes to 9. It's about an 8-minute break.
All right. See you,
Sounds
everybody.
good.
All right, welcome back, and thank you for staying with us through the break. When we last left our heroes, they were getting ready to jump the approximately half the size they were told was coming army of Mr. Gotti coming from Las Vegas. So you're just marching up to them front and center with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Of course.
All right, Cal, roll to unleash your powers and create a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
All right, I'm gonna spend 2 of my 5 burn to take a 10 plus with overcharge.
Nice.
All right, you create a very sturdy Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now, do you want to roll first to see if you need that?
Yeah, why don't I roll first? What is unleash powers? That's plus freak, right?
Yep.
Yup.
I got a 9, so
So
What
would
would
you
be
like
the-
to? So 9, it would be if you would either take a condition or I would tell you how it's temporary or unstable.
I'll overcharge and just take the 10 plus.
All right, so you create a 50-foot tall Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Would you like it to look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, or you want to go with the avatar thing you mentioned earlier?
I mean,
Mm,
I was gonna illusion it to make it whatever, like perfect representation, and then make it scary. Or we both
think
make it scary.
I think it'd be funny if it's like half and half.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't decide.
The,
So it's like the
It's
top
the
is
avatar
the
thing,
avatar
but
thing,
wearing
but
Stay
the
Puft
bottom is
Marshmallow
like
Man's hat.
yeah, it's like that Marshmallow Man hat. Yeah,
And the scarf.
of course.
Oh
God,
yes, the little sailor scarf, exactly. But otherwise, it's exactly the water monster from Avatar.
I wish we could make it look like the guy.
Just
make
just
it
a
look like the
giant
bad
effigy of Nick.
No, the guy. Well, that might be his name. The guy who's like enthralling everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Nick
Yeah,
Gotti.
Nick Gotti.
Oh,
I
okay,
thought you
yeah,
meant-
yeah,
for some reason I thought you meant the guy from Spy Kids 3.
yeah. Be an actual big guy.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so now it's Cal's done, so Mal and Val gotta make it scary. So I am going to use my move. Are you watching closely? When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, I roll plus superior. So let me do that and see what I get, because I'm tricking them into thinking that this is a big scaly monster.
Googie.
Okay, I got a 9. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. We get an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, or avoid further entanglement. So, I am going to confuse them for some time and get an opportunity.
Right, so they see this big lumbering monster thing, and you see some of them seem to shake off their enthrall, at least enough to be terrified. And the ones that seem to have their enthrall broken just break off and run away. You seem to have freed, of the 500 strong people here, you freed about 50 of them from its spell.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, let's up that with a little bit of Val's extra oomph. Oh wow. So what's my plus after that?
That's plus 3.
Plus 3.
So that would be 15.
Awesome. So I'll go ahead and say with a roll that high, you scare off another 100 of them.
Cool.
Now there's roughly 350 of them total. Does anyone else want to do
I feel like
anything?
we've done enough.
Alright.
Time to go to the spa. Kidding.
I think that since Egon's not sure that he can actually contribute to the fight itself, he's kind of just keeping an eye on how things are. Now that the pack has thinned out a little bit, have we noticed any changes to, I don't know, does anything stand out in terms of the way that they're organized?
Yeah, I was hoping the opportunity might be for us to like get a view of what the heck's going on.
All right, so Egon, you're just eyeing the sky from on top of the Stay Puft Marshmallow on his shoulder.
Yep.
You see the center of the pack is not as described. You do not see signs Mr. Guy is here. You all have seen footage of him. You know what he looks like. You do not see a sharp-dressed man with glowing red eyes.
Hello, guys, I think we got a little problem here. Where the fuck is Gotti?
Hold it.
Wait,
Probably with the other 500 soldiers that we didn't see the first time.
wait.
But
He would never walk. He's in a truck.
Did
He's
we
gotta be here somewhere?
did we not notice while we were doing the scouting that he wasn't available? Did we all miss that?
Jack,
None of you scouted close enough to get a good look at the group.
Jack?
Okay.
Jack, why didn't you say that he wouldn't be on the ground and he would be in a truck when we were scouting earlier?
That's
That
That feels like relevant information we should have been told a while ago.
I thought it was obvious. Yeah, he's not the type to walk anywhere given another option.
Okay.
I guess you don't see any vehicles. Like
I was
Egon, can you see any vehicles from up there? I don't even know where the hell I am.
Do
I'm
I
just
see
hanging
any
on to the
vehicles?
You don't, but what you do see, if you were to turn completely around facing the direction you came from, you see, you're unsure of the exact distance because of the height you are, a cloud of dust traveling through the desert as if vehicles are kicking up dust. That
Is
looks
there
like
a reason? Is there a reason that I would turn around and look behind me?
if you're trying to figure out where the hell these vehicles are, I assume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you see off in the distance in a diagonal from you, substantially having avoided this exact intersection, a cloud of dust blowing through the desert as if several vehicles are going 60 or 70 miles an hour through the desert towards your base.
Yet.
And I just point
See,
behind
this
us.
goes back to Val should have been setting up the damn peeps no matter what anybody said. I should have just put the peeps down and left them just in case.
Can we get
I'm
Prometheus to tell the rocket guy to just launch it?
Can we contact
rocket's
Prometheus?
just a transport.
If we contact Prometheus, can he manifest on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Sure.
Hey,
Prometheus is there.
Prometheus.
Yes.
Do you have any idea why Gotti's not here?
He's not? Oh, he was when I checked on him. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna point behind us.
Goes over there. Let me go project over there. He projects himself over there. Comes back. Yeah, he's over there.
Can I?
Launch the new.
Can I launch the nuke from the Bard Rock?
No, the
No.
missile from Val's contact.
I want to see. I want to see pierce the. I want to pierce the mask. Prometheus.
Yes, that's
Go
where I
ahead
was
and roll
going
it.
next.
That is a 9.
All right, so at 9, you can ask one thing. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How can I get you to blank? Or how could I gain influence over you?
I think I have to ask. What are you really planning?
All right, so you look Prometheus in the eyes. When you saw the footage of people enthralled by Mr. Gotti, you saw they had a glazed over look in their eyes. You see a glazed over look in his eyes.
Ah, shit.
You get the impression he's probably been misdirecting you to get Gotti past you without having to fight you.
Okay. I am going to say, okay, Prometheus. Thanks. That's all.
And he becomes not visibly present, at least.
Okay, and now I'm going to relay the information to Chatot. So we just had Prometheus here,
Yeah.
and
What'd he say?
he seemed to not know what was going on. What's a little bit more concerning is he seemed to have his eyes kind of glazed over a little bit, kind of like maybe he wasn't. The lights were on and no one was home. If you catch my drift.
You mean like he's been having
I think Prometheus is enthralled. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that he's not in control, and I'm thinking that maybe he lied to us about more than a couple things. And I think that I'm gonna have to take a condition because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that this realization is going to kind of piss off Egon.
Shit. Okay. So there's still the small threat of the people here, but we definitely need to get back to base as fast as possible.
Can we split up? Can we send Jatot,
Mechanical
Cal,
question.
and Egon back in the van and leave me, Mal, and Cal here with Stay Puft?
Are you suggesting to split the party?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just checking.
Mechanical
Always
question.
split the party.
Can we flavor the giant avatar I'm using as just like a thing that I'm using to contain everybody, and I can just move us there?
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have to deal with the people here because they're gonna take forever to get to the what are they gonna do to a outlet mall? No.
Well, and
Excellent
honestly, if they
question.
want to follow after us, we can keep calling along the way. So you're right. So we could just all head that way. I just don't know that the Stay Puft Marshmallow is going to go faster than a truck.
So while you've all been discussing this, you realize you're getting substantially less high off the ground. And when you look down, you see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man seems to be sinking into its own shadow.
Oh no! One of them's here.
You only had 5 minutes. 5 minutes have roughly passed. You guys
Wow.
just start marching toward
I-
that.
shit.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Cal to have me do something stupid.
I'm always down.
You're this is like liquid enough. You can like your initial plan was to like hurl people, right?
Mouse plan, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we can work with that.
Throw me at the shadow.
Yeah, I do that.
Just throw me straight at the fucking ground.
I was about to say he's like just straight down.
No, like
Spike me.
Jack is gonna like have a fist out directly, but he's like aimed straight. He's just gonna punch the shadow or go through it and punch whatever's on the other side.
Sure, I'll do that. I mean, last
Or he's
time I
gonna-
used my powers
Or he's gonna
around
fucking
you, it worked
break
so
his
well,
hand on the
so-
ground. The two.
All right, let's do it. What do I
All
have
right.
to roll?
Roll to unleash your powers, I guess, because you are shooting Jack like you're Mega Man firing an energy blast out of this thing's arm, I guess.
If it's a low roll, you just kind of drop him.
I got a 3.
Or you smash him.
God.
That's a
You want to
6.
drop him or smash him?
Would you like to spend some more burn to make that a 12?
Sure.
All right. Jack goes flying like a bat out of hell out of this arm through the shadow. He punches into the shadow. The shadow seems to ripple upward as if he's splashing into water. And he pops out on the other side of this army and just sees your Marshmallow Man's feet popping out the other side. And Jack, as you emerge, roll to take a powerful blow as the shadows start wrapping around you in tentacle-like tendrils.
Okay. No, cat, go away. I need the space.
No,
for the dice.
cat.
I started doing this with the dice, and its face was right here immediately.
Hi.
No, it's a blow on the dice for good luck.
How dare you, dice? 8.
How very
Right, so-
dare you. Ooh,
On an 8, you're going to choose one of the following. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opponent gains an opportunity. Or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Okay, so just for clarity, I actually did go like through the shadow a little bit, right, and like onto
Yes,
the other.
you physically emerged from the shadow portal entirely. They popped out kind of like Bugs Bunny jumping out of a hole. But while you were in midair, these shadows latched on and started grappling you.
Okay, I think that I will give ground and give them an opportunity.
All right, so basically you are grappled. There is now a shadow holding you in the air. And you
Fist
see a...
still down, Jack, upside down.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
air.
it turns you upside down, sure. And you see a small, thin woman with black hair, and she's looking at you. You see her shadow seems to be wavering back and forth, and actually engulfing her as if her body itself is a shadow. So, hello, Jack.
Hello, you.
Roll plus mundane to see if you remember this lady.
Okay.
Be a lot funnier if you didn't.
No, it'd be a lot funnier if I did, and I still said that.
Hello, you.
7.
With a 7, you vaguely remember her name being like Roxanne, but you don't remember anything about her besides her name.
I like this better.
Sorry, honey, but it just wasn't that memorable.
But you
I
can
know
intuit
you.
she's probably one of Gotti's enforcers, but other than the fact she's associated with Gotti, you don't like. You're like, that's probably why I know her. But like Roxanne, you don't remember anything else. Just like works for Gotti, named Roxanne.
Roxanne.
I'm not gonna change what I said.
Rox.
Yeah, but she can tell you're full of crap and know who she is. And what she's going to do with that opportunity is she's going to ragdoll you back and forth like the Hulk smashing Loki of the Avengers, and just keep pummeling you into the ground.
Oh, all right.
With the shadows.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is now waist deep into its own shadow.
But it's coming out the other end.
Yes, it's coming out the other side of this army, but you are effectively immobilized. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is not going anywhere.
Okay,
Can we-
but can I get in the Stay Puft Marshmallow and slide down and come out the other end?
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of envisioned it as everybody was kind of like in the middle of it, just kind of like
Yeah, so like right now you
Megazord
all like
style.
yeah, I was expecting you all to be like in the chest. Right now the
Oh,
belly
yeah.
is emerged.
So,
Cool.
so do we know that we're actually going to pop out the other side?
Tell you what, roll plus superior. See if you can observe the feet from your vantage point popping out on the other side of. I was gonna say like there's probably a building, like one of these fast food buildings, obscuring where it is,
Oh.
so you might not be able to see.
Got an 11.
Well, 11, Mal absolutely sees some glowing green footsies coming out the other side.
My feet.
Footsies.
So we can't see Cal, right?
You can't. You can see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's footsies above the Faye Donalds.
Okay,
Sorry,
so-
TVs. My bad.
How far down is it? Because if I see Cal like disappear into some shadow things, I'm probably gonna like squeeze my way out of the marshmallow and like take a dip. Like I'm probably not gonna stay over here and hang out.
So your question is
Jack
how
and
far you think it is, or how far
Yeah,
down it is?
is it far enough? Like
It's like a 10
if
foot
I
fall.
look down, would I be afraid I'm going to break my neck, or would I have a fair assessment that I'm about to go squish, like gentle squish into some ethereal, like when I watched Cal? I'm assuming we watched Cal disappear
You saw
down
like
there.
this.
Would
you
I
saw,
be
like,
brave
the
enough
flash
to
of
jump,
water thing.
or am I pretty sure
Jack
I'm gonna
who
hit the ground?
disappeared, not Cal.
I
Yep,
meant
Jack
Cal.
is the one who came through. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Oh,
you
I don't
saw
know. I
Jack
meant
go
whoever
through,
disappeared. I'm
Yeah,
you
confused.
it was-
watched the
it was
shadows
Jack.
splash like water. So you get the impression it would be no different than doing a dive off a high dive.
Okay, then yeah, I'm jumping, like if I can.
Okay.
I'm still sticking with my thing of going through the body and out to the foot, just to see what's going on out the foot.
All right. Let's resolve Mal first, because Mal embarked first. Mal, you, assuming that Cal lets you slip and slide through the inside of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I assume that's okay, Cal?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you slide out, you pop out inside this thing's knee. The shadows try grappling you, but you're safely inside the knee. And you can see Roxanne putting on the red light.
I knew
Yeah.
it. I fucking knew it. That's why I didn't say it earlier.
I finally got one of the references, so I feel so proud. I don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I love the Bee Gees.
Cool.
And you also see Jack being pummeled face first into the dirt over and over and over again.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, he'll
Shit.
live.
I am going to you know what? I want to do this real quick. I want to swim back, pop my head up, and go, "Hey Val, I got an idea, but I need double scares." And go back and see like if Val's down to follow to do double scares.
Double scares.
I'm terrified that when you come back to say that, she's already like jumped.
I will let it be your discretion
Like
whether
she
or
just
not
goes
you.
down like this. I'm just kidding.
I will let Val decide whether she waited for Mal or not.
If I knew you were going down, I probably would have waited because I just didn't want to send him off by himself. So like you or me, it wouldn't have mattered. So, but yeah, I'm up for it because I figure that's like feel like support's pretty much what we're good at. So we're gonna do our things wherever it's at.
Yeah, I guess while I'm on this side, before we go to the other side where she can maybe hear me, I'm gonna like explain that I want to make a visage of an illusion of Gotti, and then make her afraid of the illusion. So I don't know if you need to like toss a jelly bean towards the illusion or whatever. If you can do it at the illusion, that way she thinks like her boss is suddenly there and very upset at what's happening.
This is a good and highly specific plan.
Yes.
I'm all
Yeah,
about it.
I'm struggling because I'm not sure if the jelly bean, like, I'm not sure if I can't touch an illusion, and I'm not sure if a jelly, like, technically the way I've set up my power the whole time is that she would be afraid of the jelly bean. I'm not sure if
That's
I
fair.
can transfer fear from one object to another or not. That would be a DM call probably.
So I believe that while that is traditionally the avenue you use your powers in, you have explored your ability to manipulate fear at a more basic level. You use it to take away fear. You, in theory, could project a thing of fear at range or maybe if you work together, merging your powers, you get the impression you could help make the illusion. Like maybe if you touch Mal, like by virtue of that, you get the impression you have the wiggle room you need to make an illusion scary.
Okay. So yeah, I'm up for that. Let's try
Cool.
it. And yeah.
Cool.
All right, so for both of you, it's going to be roll to unleash your powers. First, Mal to make a convincing illusion.
Okay. I'm actually going to use Are You Watching Closely again because it's still tricking someone.
Yep.
Which is a 9 plus 2, so an 11.
All right, 11 complete success. This is a dead ringer for that guy you've seen footage of once.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, the talent.
Masterclass.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna.
right.
Can I see what her role is gonna be before I decide which 3 of my things I get?
Absolutely. Val, roll to unleash your powers to see how scary you can make Mr. Gotti base level.
Okay, with my 3, it's gonna be 11.
All right, 11 complete success. He looks pissed and terrifying. You get the impression Roxanne is wanting to put out a different red light.
Okay,
I will
cool.
not make that joke a third time, I promise.
Are you sure? Third time's the charm.
How many comes in threes?
Okay. So yeah, so that's a complete success for the unleash the power. So for me,
Right, sixes.
get an opportunity, expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time. Yeah, so I am going to do the first 3. We get an opportunity, we expose a weakness or flaw, and we confuse them for some time.
All right, so for your opportunity, she immediately, seeing Mr. Gotti there, seeing him look pissed and upset, drops Jack. Jack is no longer entangled by the shadows.
Cool.
Yep. So, yeah. And then what is the second one? Let me go through these in order.
Expose a weakness or flaw.
All right. So you see that the shadows she's manipulating have to make contact with her shadow in some way, shape, or form, that she's manipulating a shadow touching Jack. So it seems like all she can do without that is probably create the shadow portals, which is probably how she did that, but she's physically maintaining contact with a series of shadows touching the one touching Jack.
Cool.
And then what was your third bullet?
Confuse them for some time.
I'm going to go ahead and say she runs in terror at the sight of Mr. Gotti. And you watch as she dives into the ground and portals through her own shadow.
Nice.
Does she come out on the side that my top half is in?
No, but because she stopped manipulating the portal, your top half is just half in the ground, half out.
Oh.
You're stuck. You are quicksanded in there. Your shadow stopped being a portal, but you're halfway past through it.
Be a lot cooler if I wasn't.
So do we now just like have a link between the two sides?
Like you can't pass through the shadow anymore, but like
Okay.
if Cal wills the feet to move around, they pass. But no, the portal is no longer portaling.
Okay.
So
I
we
didn't
just
know
have,
if we
like-
could still like pass ourselves through it because the
Are they-
body's still there.
Wait, so since the portal's gone, does that mean that there's just 2 halves of the Marshmallow Man now that he's controlling?
Yes.
Okay.
I will, however, say this. Jatat specifically, why don't you roll plus superior to see how well you are observing the situation while this is passing through? You're the only person with reflexes that would see this.
Plus superior, that is a 12.
That's 12. You see a blur moving towards you at hypersonic speed. Crowd.
Oh shit.
They appear to be roughly humanoid, dressed in gray, and you watch as this blur comes flying up at the 3 of you. And it looks like it's moving with such velocity, you think it can easily pierce through the hard light barrier of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And it is in line to clothesline Cal out of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I am directly engaging a threat and throw myself in between whatever this is and Cal to shield him.
All right, so you roll to engage the threat, and I think you use a different thing than danger. That's one of your features, right?
Yeah, my more than a shield will allow me to do this with savior instead of danger.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so that is a 10, 9, 10. Sorry,
10.
I can't do math.
All right. So on 10, you're going to choose 2 things: resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Read those one more time.
Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten your opposition. You get to choose 2 of those.
I am going to resist the blow, and then try to create an opportunity for a counterattack for somebody else.
I'm on
Awesome.
it.
So here's how this plays out. This thing is moving at several hundred miles an hour, but because you so expertly moved yourself in front of this you can only presume to be a person. You moved at such a time and place where you basically tackled them out of the way so they didn't hit Cal, and you rode the wake of their movement out the other side of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and brought them to the ground. You
Okay.
see a more strongly built woman that has got like a long ponytail and is in a gray suit, and the 2 of you collide with the ground at several hundred miles an hour and skid along the desert ground. And you did knock her off of her feet, so she is not currently running. And because you avoided her blows, you are not affected by the fact you just hit the ground several hundred miles an hour.
Okay.
You actually landed like the blade pose. You're fine.
Sick.
There's now also a human-shaped hole in the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Fantastic.
Rude.
It's the running shape, human shape pose, right? It's like running through there.
Cactar.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're tackled. I've got her tackled on the ground. And I'm going to try and just grapple her and hold her still so that she doesn't go to do anything else. Because Jesus Christ, that's blitzing speed.
Right. Yeah, that really is. I should have had you roll to defend someone. That literally is what you should have been doing. But oh well. Now you're engaging a threat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was defend someone.
Yeah. Why more than a shield doesn't affect defend someone is kind of a question mark for me. It feels like they go hand in hand. But okay.
Okay. But so then yeah, I will then oh, and I will burn one hold to try and stun her with the grapple. So does that check out?
Yep. So all you need to do, as long as you roll a pass on your engage a threat, you will do that.
Okay. 7 plus 3, 10 again.
All right, so 10 again. I'm going to go ahead and assume you avoid blows. This is capitalizing the opportunity, whatever. But yeah, she's stunned. You have her in a full Nelson. She's not going nowhere.
Head butter in the back of the head to stun her.
Perfect. She goes, ow! Why did you do that?
Well, that didn't produce the expected result, but yeah,
She is stunned.
she was still not quite stunned enough to not complain about it. Surprising.
You stunned her, didn't knock her out.
Yeah. I was hoping for
All
the
right.
knockout.
All right, so Cal and Egon, you see this human bullet just pass right through, but Jachat seems to have that one under control. You do see there's now a hail of gunfire coming at your hard light shield, but they're just bouncing off of it for the most part. You do see 2 other individuals that are not wielding guns that look like they could be a problem. One of them seems to be half man and half machine, and the other one seems to be waving their hands around frantically and looking at all of the stuff at the strip malls. You're not sure what she's doing, but it doesn't look good.
Are we able to see that from where we are, or do we have to like?
No,
We're gonna
you
have
don't
to deal
a great,
with it.
Yeah, you don't have a great vantage point at the moment.
Yeah.
This is
Is
also
it- okay.
while we're resolving what happened with you guys. It's like
Oh, that's fair.
Time.
Okay, so she's
She's
waving
waving
her
her hands
hand.
almost like she looks like she's puppeteering, almost like like the way we
Got
usually
it. Got
fingers
it.
with
Got it. Got it.
strings.
Yeah, got it.
I was totally picturing the wacky waving arm inflatable.
I was like, yeah, she was just real excited to be at a shopping mall.
You said shopping mall and flailing arms. That's all I
And-
could
I don't
picture.
know what's going on.
This woman you see moving her fingers around, she has ghost white hair and pale
Oh,
gray
green
eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was doing Danny Phantom. Yes, actually, I
Who's-
just switching it up.
Who's closer?
The cyborg is marching towards you. He is leveling his arm, and you see a large blue light forming at the end of his arm.
No. I would prefer. Can I make like a? I want to make like a little hard light right on the end of the like weapon that he's about to fire to see if I can jam it up.
Ooh, that's good shit.
Just so you know, you're going to need a 12, like a 10 plus to make that work, but it'll unleash your powers.
How much burn do I
That's
have?
that's some
spend 2.
precision.
Unleash powers is
Yep.
+3, so as long as I get a 9.
But you don't need 12, you need a 10 plus. This is all the
Need a
same
10
range.
plus. If I rolled
Yep,
a
so you
7 +3.
Plus 3. All right, yep. So you do that, and you watch the gun stop charging because the you basically created a barrier between the energy it was charging up and the thing feeding it energy. And he
I
looks
was gonna
real
blow his arm
confused.
off.
No, he just looks real confused, and he like looks in the barrel like, is it jammed?
And then you remove it, and he blows his head off. Jadot said you could kill these ones.
No mercy.
You have my approval.
About about how long would it take me to run over to where our ghost puppet master is?
You do see she's in the middle of the crowd of like enthralled people with guns, so she's pretty well shielded.
Okay.
So you'd have to get through them, but
Mhm.
in terms of like running time, not an issue in distance. But like, yeah, there's bodyguards galore.
Okay. Shit, I don't even know what the hell I'd be able to do.
You have
Rather
a
assess the situation if you can't figure out anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to assess the situation.
all right. Roll plus superior to assess the situation.
That is 5.
Yep. You go ahead and mark potential. You are not sure what the hell she's doing, but it can't be good.
Okay, well that puts me at 5.
All right, cool. So you go ahead and resolve that. So you go ahead and figure out what you're going to take as your power up. And then Cal is dealing with the cyborg guy. Let's go with Jack, Val, and Mal over at Shadow Lady's area. She has been dispatched.
Cool.
You do see, like, if you peek around the corner, you can see the back of the group. You can also see the lady doing the weird marionette master things with her fingers. Would anyone like to roll assess the situation and see if you can tell what she's doing?
No, but I am gonna take care of it.
Oh yeah, I was about to I was gonna like make a wall illusion so she couldn't see whatever she was looking at. But if you got plans.
How far away is she from like our current position?
I'll say a couple 100 feet. Like, not substantial. Like, you guys are like at the Hickey D's. She's in the road. Like, she's actually standing in the middle of that highway passing by the Hickey D's.
Okay. Jack is gonna like force himself back up, take a quick look around, find somebody doing something weird that doesn't have an immediate effect, and goes, that's a problem, and is just gonna dash straight for her. And I want to grab her fingers and break them.
Whoa!
Right. So
Yes.
So first things first, she also has bodyguards on every side of her. So you are going to be pulling a China shopping through
I've
1
got
quarter
that
of
move.
300 guys. Yep, that's why I said it.
That is a move. Yes.
But I
go
will
on.
say this: as you do this, you do catch a glimpse of. So you guys are fighting in a nuclear wasteland in what was previously a pretty populated area, right?
Yeah.
Would suffice to say that there would probably be lots of like skeletons of people who passed away from the nuclear blast flying around. That wouldn't
I
surprise
don't know.
you.
That feels far fetched.
Right. So you see that those skeletons have gotten up, and about 10 of them are surrounding Val and Mal as you are charging. But let's resolve your thing while they figure out what they're doing. You see that and go, oh, hey, that's what she's probably doing.
You know, I'm
And-
almost relieved that it's not like the mannequins in the store that she was doing stuff
Yeah,
with.
I was assuming she was animating stuff in the store. Like I was totally expecting like a bunch of like sporting goods, like a bunch of bats to come out and just start whacking us.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
No,
And
my
Jack, you
plan
do
doesn't
recognize.
change.
All right, Jack, you do recognize this person. Her name is Janie,
Okay.
and she is another one of Nick Gotti's enforcers. She was the one that handled disposing of the bodies.
Okay.
And so go ahead and roll your bowl in the china shop to see how well you mull through approximately 75 dudes to get to her.
All right. Neither Egon or Jatad are with me. Okay.
Can I? Can we resolve my my potential before he does this?
Sure, I wasn't sure if you've gotten that far. So what are you doing with your potential?
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and unlock my moment of truth.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
And I assume that means you're using it right now?
I'm gonna use it right now. Yep. So Egon is looking around, and you have Cal has this cyborg dude under control, and sees all of his comrades engaging with all these various threats, and he's just sitting there, and he's just getting really, really, really pissed off because there is not a damn thing that he feels like he can do right now. And as he is doing this, as he's getting angrier and angrier, he is going to his body is going to physically start to morph. Okay. And he is going to end up transforming into essentially like a larger version of Egon. And he's just fed up, and he is just going to start barreling through in the direction that he saw Jack going. He's going to try to help barrel through these forces to get to this weird ghost puppeteer lady, because he feels like of everything that is available in front of him, this is probably the only thing that he can help do is help Jack and assist Jack in taking out whatever this lady is doing. So I am going to I'm essentially going to run through and just try to plow through all of the forces between where Egon is now and this lady with the white hair is.
So you go ahead and do that. You become, I'm guessing, similar size to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I was thinking a little less dramatic. I was thinking more. I wasn't thinking like the size of an entire building. I was thinking more like I was thinking more like the size of the Hulk. But
Okay, so you become Jack.
He went from he did the Super Shredder transformation, so he's Super Egon now.
Yeah, he's super Egon.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but actually, it's funnier if he has really long arms and giant hands. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. He's got like really giant.
All right.
Like
You're Jack with really bad proportions. Got it.
Yes,
He's a bugbear now.
He's a Jack of really, really bad proportions, and like he does basically like the Hulk clap, but in the process of doing it, he can essentially like scoop up several of the baddies sort of like at the same time and like smash them all together.
All right, yeah. So I will say, go ahead and say you pretty much knock them all down. You're charging them, clothesline them with your hands.
Yeah.
We're doing the whole clap. You basically clear a clear path, and then that's going to make it much easier for Jack to make it his way towards the center of the group. So now, Jack, go ahead and bowl in a china shop through. Now that Egon has used his moment of truth to clear half the crowd for you.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I want to do something else immediately afterwards. Just to be real quick. Plus freak, so 9. This definitely is not something that frustrates Egon, so just a 9.
All right, so are you going to mark a condition, or am I going to make your attempt unstable or temporary?
Bull in a China shop is directly engage a threat.
Oh, don't have to engage a threat. My bad. I got confused.
Yeah.
All right, so on a 9, pick 1. Resist or avoid blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, and bull in a china shop is collateral damage in exchange for one more option.
All right, cool. So you get 2 of those things, and I'm going to say you're already just bullying them aside. They are cartoonishly going flying to the side of you.
I'm going to resist or avoid their blows, so like none of them gets like hands on me or something.
Insert
And
Wilhelm scream.
I guess I want to take the marionette girl by surprise.
All right, so you guys surprise. You Dragon Ball Z shimmer in front of her, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's Jack!" And
Grab fingers.
yep, you grab her fingers. I'm going to go ahead and
Ow.
it's a trivial task for you to crush the hands of a tiny girl. So
Yeah.
You crush her hands. The skeletons fighting Val and Mal fall down, and she shrieks in pain audibly.
Imagine.
Don't do that again.
I don't think she can
She's-
now.
She's still screaming. You have ended her piano career.
The
second thing I'm gonna do is that was really damn cool. Egon is now my love, or if we go back to originally, what that means for Jack is like person that he respects and looks up to in the moment.
I like it.
Did I harm any innocents during that process? Would any of the individuals be considered?
You did harm them, but I'm guessing that you probably, your moment of truth, so you had pretty much complete control. So unless you were trying to kill them, you assume you stunned them or knocked them down, harm them.
Okay. I have to take a doom sign. The doom sign I'm going to take is the bolstered one. I can mark my doom track to use an adult move 1 time. And then I think I'm going to have to mark a doom sign because I think that's going to end up overexerting himself. Because I don't think Egon's going to have this huge bodily transformation and then be totally fine and chill and not be a little physically stressed from that. So.
You hear a audible bang noise. As you see, Luck and Jackpot fired a sniper rifle blindly in the direction Shadow Lady popped out from her portal. She drops down.
He did it! He did the thing!
Nice.
Yeah, he closed his eyes, just waved the gun in her general direction and pulled the trigger, and it worked.
Curve the bullet wanted style.
I'm gonna Egon,
With a sniper.
Egon's gonna lift up his hand to give Jack a high five. But because his arms are like elongated and he has these giant hands, his hands like 15 feet off the ground.
Jump.
I'll jump and get that, yeah.
We high five, and then I'm just gonna like I'm gonna fall on my butt and just be like, that was a lot.
Would you call that both Egon and Paul? Would you call that sharing in a triumphant celebration?
I would say it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It is like the most obvious sharing of a triumphant celebration ever. Literally, you guys are doing a touchdown dance.
When you share in triumphant celebration with someone, make them your level rival immediately to mark potential. If they are already your level rival, take influence over them and mark potential. So I'm going to do that. I will take influence, which I did not have, and that is my last potential.
Awesome. All right, so Shadow Lady's been dealt with. Ghost Lady, while still alive, is definitely no longer a threat. We're going to rotate over to Jatat. Jatat, you have this person immobilized, but it's just you. Do you do anything while she's stunned?
So I'm going to try and reposition her into a. Oh my god, I can't think of the wrestling move. A really unnecessarily WWE style ankle lock, and then scream for help because I can't see anybody else, and I keep Speedster from running off on us or probably blitzing someone else who I can't keep up with her, and I know her speed is her strong. I need to disable these legs immediately.
All right, so you go ahead and do that. That is simple enough for you. You are trained in martial arts. If you want to roll plus soldier to be extra bad, go ahead.
Just don't fail.
spin her foot entirely around.
Oh no. Well, let's see.
Just break all of their fucking appendages.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've done a lot of unsoldierly things over the episodes, and so my soldier is lacking at this point. So let's see how this works out. Oh, yep, that's a
-1.
that's a 5 on the die, so that's a 4.
Oh no!
Oh, no. All right, so I was being extra about it, but what happens is you mark potential.
Can
You
we?
Okay.
try to expertly lock her legs so she can't run away. But she's as you go to do that, her body starts vibrating at hypersonic speed, and you feel yourself lose balance. And how firmly are you holding on to her right now?
I mean, I was going full at like trying to hold her completely still. So yeah.
Okay. So you start moving against your will as she drags you across the desert,
Hopping
turns
on
you
one foot.
around. What?
Hopping on one foot.
They're the other side. Nope,
Okay.
he didn't initiate the leg lock.
Oh, okay.
She turns around and leaps and runs you through the hard light projection again. Once again, attempting to bull rush Cal with you just being dragged along for the ride.
Okay.
The Cal does hear you yell "help" as you try doing that. So if Hal looks around, he will see someone about to cut him from behind.
Okay.
And you're welcome to try doing something to stop her. Just like this happened in about a second. She's that fast. So in the time it took you to try angle locking her when you failed, she did that, jumped in the air, mid-air, flying for Cal.
Okay. But I'm still holding on to her at this point. Yes.
Yes, you're just ragdolling along like you're like it's almost like you're water skiing, like you're tied to her and she's dragging you along.
Okay. So I'm just gonna hold a burn to try and like I'm gonna swipe at her leg to try and trip her. Doesn't make contact with whatever who she's trying to get to. Anything. So just try to redirect the attack to nowhere.
All right.
I said hold a burn or hold. So I'm down.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Cal's thing.
I was gonna
sorry.
say. Oh wow. Why am I blurry? Am I
You
blurry
are
for
blurry.
everybody else?
You are. Yeah, you're a little. You're a
Yeah,
little
and the screen-
unfocused there, sir.
Yeah, the screen's
Wow.
actually spinning for me. There we go. I think the internet nationwide just freaked out for a second because 3 of us just experienced internet issue all at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Mine's more of a webcam issue, I think.
Yeah, your webcam. Put your glasses on it.
No, they're so
Actually-
dirty. Don't look at my glasses. They're so dirty.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you just use that. Like, there's no role associated with it.
You can spend your hold to name a character you observed and redirect your attack to another character or player. And it doesn't say that I have to roll or anything, but if you want me to, I will.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure how I understand how it works.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, what I think we're to do is, when you saw she was about to leap toward Cal, you stuck your foot out and you created some drag, and you basically redirected her. So when she leapt into the air, she's now leaping wide to the left, and now actually let's go to the right. And she lands and you guys go crashing down in front of Mal and Val, whom are just standing at the base of a pile of skeletons.
Okay.
Hi.
All right.
Val and Mal, you see Jatat riding on the back of this woman riding 700 miles an hour.
Yeah. I am going to try to make her feel very relaxed. Like, I don't need to run around. Just vibing. We're just vibing. We're just gonna sit on the floor and vibe.
Nice.
It's gonna be my thing. So
I love it.
that's a 7.
All right, with a 7, that's your thing is just unleash your powers with a different thing, right?
Right now it's just unleash my powers because
Alright.
it's not distracting them or tricking them. It's just vibing.
Okay. All right, so are you going to mark condition, or may I tell you it's unstable or temporary?
There, I fixed it.
You know what? I might mark a condition. I haven't done that in a while.
Join us.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure out what would be best here. Well, because I just don't think any of these would make sense for me to mark. Like in character. Yeah, we'll just have it be unstable or whatever.
All right, so she immediately goes, "Oh, hey, you guys are pretty chill." You get the impression that's only going to last for a minute or so.
Cool.
But she stops dragging Chutat around. I'll go ahead and say this creates an opportunity for Chutat if you'd like to try incapacitating her again.
Yeah, so I guess you said she just kind of stops
Yep, she
standing
stops.
there.
She's just standing there with you, still holding her in a full Nelson.
Okay. So then I will. I'm going to spend my last hold to stun them. To stun her.
All right, you do that. Just headbutt her again. If you
Um,
want to roll soldier to try and grapple her so she can't run away again, I will give you advantage because she's stunned.
So this time the stun was going to be because she's not paying attention to me. That I'm just going to energy blast her in the back of the head because the headbutt and everything else did.
Okay, that's fine. You blast her; she's unconscious now.
Okay. Because I've tried everything else and nothing else works, so you're catching an energy blast in the back.
All right, Jack and Egon, you've cleared most of the crowd. What are you all doing?
So all that's left is Speedster, right?
No, the
Cyborg.
the cyborg is currently trying to figure out what's going on, but Cal has him pretty much distracted.
Okay. Which one's
I mean, to be fair, you actually Janie is conscious. She's just in incredible pain, and her fingers are mostly inoperable. She is technically still conscious.
Ouch.
So really just the cyborg?
Yeah, just I want to make clear, Janie's still technically able to interact with the environment. Just you
I'm
get
just
the impression her power is not useful.
I'm gonna do a small series of things.
All right.
I am going to first the new move that I just gained because I filled my potential track. I took Game Face from the Janus playbook. When you commit yourself to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy, mark a condition and take +1 ongoing to all rolls in direct pursuit of that goal. I'm gonna mark Angry, and tell me if this is too broad. My goal is to dismantle this mob, like dismantle Nick's inner circle.
Just the remaining enthralled people.
Yeah, like the specific. Well, I mean, maybe not because like these ones.
Because the only people who aren't there are 4 people who aren't enthralled, just the supers.
Yeah, which I'm guessing are like the ones actually loyal to him instead of fake loyal.
Right.
So, like, I want my goal to be just like taking them out.
All right. So, are you trying to take out the enforcers? All that's left is you have 2 conscious enforcers left: the cyborg and Janie.
Right. No, I'm asking if that is acceptable a goal for the game face maneuver. Like,
I feel like you can get one of them because they are not near each other.
Well, it's just making a goal for myself. It's not actually like actionable.
Okay. I thought you were like, I'm going to roll to incapacitate them, kind of thing.
No.
Okay, cool.
Would you consider the group to be a terrible enemy?
Yes, that I will answer yes to.
Okay, all right. So I will. Not afraid. That's the wrong one. I will mark Angry in order to get +1 ongoing to any roll directly in pursuit of defeating these last 3.
2.
And then I'm just gonna knee this girl in the face and try and knock her out.
All right. As you go to do that, you realize you shouldn't check first. She reaches in her pocket. Turns out Janie's got a gun.
I'm sorry.
It's like
she fires a shot at you.
Her fingers are broken. She can't pull a trigger.
She is. But she's not. But she's in close range. She just needs to kind of like not have the safety on. Honestly,
just She
So-
takes off her shoe and sock and uses her toe.
I'm angry.
So roll to take a powerful blow as she fires one clumsy gum shot at you.
You know, every time you say a name, we should be like, okay, what pun is going to happen because of
Fucking
this?
I'm sorry to everybody whose earphones I just blew out with screaming into the mic.
I love it.
Fine.
I'm mad at myself because I thought it and it still didn't click. I was like, oh, he's definitely not. Sure enough.
Paul.
Yeah.
I want you to know what you've done to me.
Okay.
I want you to realize exactly how powerful of a blow I'm taking here.
Oh no!
You know. How bad is it?
Buddy.
I want to
You rolled an
lose
11.
control of my powers in a terrible way.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say you need her, but you need her with such colossal Herculean strength. You hear her neck snap as she goes flying several hundred feet away into the air. Also, you have a bullet in a cosmetic location because your muscle density is so much that a bullet just kind of goes out.
Yeah. I think Jack just kind of turns around and almost again kind of referencing the Hulk, just kind of roars out, which I'm not gonna do because I don't have the vocal cords for that. Who's next?
Yeah.
Cyborg guy looks at you, looks at Cal, who's just got his gun incapacitated. He has raises his hands above his head and drops on his knees.
Yeah, Val's gonna throw a single solitary jelly bean right at your face. Not a fear bean, just a fucking jelly bean, because you lost your shit, and that's her way of acting out and letting you know that was probably not okay, and just stop being an idiot. You've been pelted with jelly bean, maybe if she can reach you.
He's hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry. Have a single jelly bean.
Have a jelly bean.
Can we actually retcon that to say that Val specifically threw him a Snickers?
Yeah, we can do that. We can say I threw you a Snickers.
Okay.
And it's not trying to be nice either. She has every intention of smashing you in the face with the Snickers. And that's the only Snickers you get. She won't throw anymore. She just
Okay.
I
I'll
don't
give
deserve
you
more Snickers right now.
You have an opportunity here to be kind of mean. If you want, you can expend your influence over me to what can you do with that?
I don't know. That's what's always hard. I never know what to do or not do with influence. It's okay.
So can I use my influence on you to try to comfort or support you to bring you out of this rage that you're in?
Technically, that's what Val could use by
Before or
throwing a
after the
Snickers.
Snickers hits his face.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a good use of the Snickers. Jack catches, goes, I was kind of hungry, eats it, and calms down.
I get. Oh, I mean, okay, that could be a comfort or support because I guess looking at spending influence doesn't actually really apply to this because you can give me a -2, you can give me a condition, or you can take +1 against me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really gain anything like that. I don't even need to adjust your stuff. It's just kind of like a check yourself. Here's a candy bar.
Check yourself
the
before you
messaging
check
method all in
yourself.
itself.
Comfort or support makes sense, I think. It's not up to me. It's up to Paul.
Yep, nope, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
So the Snickers comforter supported, is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny. I will always make a decision based on how funny something is.
That's fair.
All right, so near as you can tell, you've incapacitated all of the goons. The one surrendered. However, a substantial amount of time has passed. They have a substantial lead on you back to your base, the remaining forces. Oh, you're not done, actually. I forgot about? The death loss.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh.
And I kind of hope they stick with them.
However, you also know they're enthralled Deathclaws, so you don't need to beat them so much as you need to snap them out of it if you want to try that route.
But if we snap them out of it, it's not like they're like, oh, sorry about that. I'll head out
Sorry,
now.
gang.
Didn't mean.
Peace out.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys!
This has just been such a misunderstanding.
I'm so sorry. I'm a head out.
The SpongeBob meme.
Yeah.
So Jatat stands up, feeling a little embarrassed from getting rug lit. Hopefully nobody saw that. Good job, everybody. Jack.
Cool it.
I'm okay with this one. They shot you, so we're good here.
Yeah, you did
but-
get shot. That is fucked up.
But he sees Deathclaws. He's just like, "All right, everybody, back in the bus. We gotta go."
Yep. I love to say this. While you guys were doing that, the civilians who also weren't doing anything were mostly shooting up the Deathclaws. So most of them were dealt with. You see Mr. Impervious, who's been ignored this entire time, climb on the head of the Deathclaw, pull out a grenade, and just hug the thing in the back of the neck. And you see an explosion as this Deathclaw passes out. It's like, I got this. Thumbs
God
up.
damn.
Jack returns. Like, yeah, all right.
His clothes are
That's awesome.
missing now.
Does Mr. Impervious still have clothes?
Nope, he is naked now. Except
What are you
somehow,
gonna do?
miraculously,
There's-
his inventory survived, so his other grenades did not detonate when he detonated that one. So
Sure.
he's just got 2 gun belts full of grenades and no clothes.
There's a
Fantastic.
conveniently placed.
He looks like that guy from Kill la Kill.
And so, you all are free to embark with a handful of prisoners. And actually, what do you want to do with all the people you've unenthralled? Let's go and say you've freed 500 people from his thrall, but you're in the middle of nowhere.
We're not
Well,
fitting
not
that many
nowhere.
people
You
on the
have,
bus.
you have structure. There is infrastructure. You can leave them here for now.
But I was
Don't go to
thinking,
the Bar
it's like-
Cafe.
We have one bus. We'll come back, actually, unless like some of you can fit, maybe. But
I will
maybe
say
not.
this: you also know that if they get in range of Nick again, he'll
I was
just
about to say.
install them again.
Yeah.
Leave
Never
him
mind.
here.
Y'all just
Um,
hang here.
guys,
They're
before we
not
go, I've got an
resistant to
idea.
radiation. What?
Let's grab the thing from the cafe and just put it on the bus. Let's just take it with us.
The nuke?
Might be useful for a later time. Just saying.
Yeah, all
Egon wants to make it clear that I think taking a bomb is a bad idea.
Yeah, I might.
Especially since these roads aren't like great.
I think I have to
Uh,
disagree on that one.
Didn't,
As
didn't
much
we have
as
somebody? Didn't we have somebody
Especially
cradle
like
something
Jatat
sensitive like this
kinda-
last time?
Especially since Cal is essentially a walking bomb
Yeah,
That is true.
with more control. I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
more is a stretch.
So Val's gonna actually like hug Jatat, like a random act of kindness. She's gonna hug Jatat
No.
and just tell him, think of how mad your commander would be if we blew up the base.
That's true. I don't think we want to bring a nuke to the base.
Well, just because the likelihood of us blowing it up is pretty strong. Like
It's also
a
deactivated.
nuke on base
right?
is not a big deal until like fate knows we know about it, and then it's dangerous. So
You
It's
leave Fate
kinda-
out of this.
Fair.
Wait,
The person
I
who
get
told
it.
you that it was inactive was clearly enthralled and might have been lying to you.
it
Right.
was hissing.
Right. So here's my thing though. The
Is
threat
hissing.
of mutually assured destruction might still be a thing at this.
that didn't work for us very well before. Like
Yeah, but it could be useful now.
So you want to kill people?
No, I'm trying to save lives.
So you do want to kill people?
No. I
So you see the
Peace.
train dilemma, and you're like, yeah, that
Multi-track drifting.
multi-track drifting.
oh yeah, he just wants to. Oh yeah, he just wants to kill people. Like yeah. And Egon says, yeah, you just want to go killing people like Jack. And then I'm just gonna turn and just make like a face, like with a head tilt.
Holy shit.
Everyone keeps taking my use of our powers and our abilities and taking them and making them about me killing things, but I use them to threaten killing things, to not have to kill things. Why did we? How do
I'm
we?
getting in the van.
Yeah.
I'm just getting in the
Mal's
van.
also heading toward the van,
misshapen.
but she's still gonna be patting Jatot and just tell him it's okay. You saved the peeps, but now it's time to go save the peeps again.
Peeps.
Oh.
May the peace be with you.
And also with you. I have
In the van.
I have an idea that I want to try. I want to use my powers to like augment the bus and like supercharge it in a way that's going to get us where we need to be like hella fast.
All right. So
Alright.
what I'm imagining, like you create an aura of light around the bus, and then you create like a track for it to drive on, like Magic School Bus style. Like it just has like a green road that appears in the sky that guides it through.
I was
And
also
just start-
I was thinking just like a big ass rocket on the back, like a cartoonishly large rocket that makes us
Fantastic.
go really fast.
We put the nuke
Okay.
on the back, and it
Honestly, that's what it's good for at this
and
point,
then,
right?
and then we launch it.
How far away is the other caravan?
They've had a substantial amount of time while you were dealing with that fight. They are almost to the base.
Okay, okay.
Cruising on down Main Street.
So
the blues.
So hypothetically, if someone were to throw something or someone, it wouldn't be able to reach the.
Probably
It
not.
wouldn't reach them. However, if you were somehow get the nuke to them, they look like they are just slightly out of nuke range of your base. Also, your base is a bomb shelter, so the nuke would not be noticed.
That's,
Okay.
You would still notice a nuke that went off directly outside a bomb shelter. Just
This
saying.
bomb shelter- it's
But
far
it's-
enough away. The bomb shelter would be fine.
It's
They're-
it's
However,
a really
by the
old
time you
Duke.
catch them, they will be at your base. That is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. All right.
The only
It is a
one of
really
you who
old
could possibly catch them would be Cal by teleporting. But you
Mm.
can't
And
take
he can-
passengers, just inanimate objects and clothes.
So one of the
His
things
clothes aren't inanimate objects.
A nuke is though.
Technically, they're animate objects. They're strapped to him.
Why don't we
he
move the
can-
nuke to the bad guy?
Yes. We can do that
Okay.
because Cal can move and then snatch the nuke.
Or I can just move while holding the like hugging the nuke, and it counts as something.
But what are you
that I
gonna
found
do
like
with
a
the
person.
nuke and get there? Like, are you gonna detonate the thing like by hand, or like what is our plan before we just give them a nuke? Because
Oh,
it
yeah.
seems like a good idea.
Hey, here's the nuke. You're welcome.
I don't see no problem. Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, how do we then set it off with him having enough time to get away?
I go,
We don't.
Pew!
We
Pew!
oh yeah.
Pew is what? I don't even think you could shoot the outside of a nuke and magically have it just go off. Like, I think it
Why not?
requires a little bit
That's-
more like oomph
that's
than
how-
that.
That's
And
how
it's
it
not
works
like
in
we can get
cartoons.
Proteus or whatever his name is to tell us how. Like,
Mr. Impervious just holds out a grenade and says, "Here's what you do."
okay, no, that's fair.
Like just what you do is teleport over there, pull the pin on this grenade, teleport back. The explosion from the grenade will set off the bigger explosion in the bomb.
5
Okay.
minutes later, when we're all
I'm
still
gonna-
waiting for the big boom and it doesn't happen, and we're like, oh, shit.
We
The grenade was a dud.
Or we're
We
waiting on
can-
Cal to come back and he just doesn't.
we can really test how impervious Mr. Impervious is.
I can't
Cal
take it
can't
with me
take
though.
passengers.
You can snatch
Is
a
Mr.
passenger.
Impervious considered a passenger?
Not from that far
Or is
away.
he impervious to even
That's
being
fair.
alive? Like, I don't know. It's kidding.
It's impervious
Um,
because I volunteer for this mission. And Jackpot's like, you guys know that would kill the other 400 enthralled people, right?
That is an issue. That is
Saying.
something. That is something Jatat has been considering because it keeps getting brought up. He was trying to find a way going very well inside of his head. So luckily, we're still just driving back while we're discussing all these potentials, but it's not going well. So yeah, we're gonna have to fight this one out, everybody. We did good the last fight and every other fight so far. I believe in all of us. Forgive me and my recklessness. I've just become a little gung ho and
You've rubbed off,
I'll-
off on you.
but I respect you all for it. I want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. I think I have learned a bit from each of you. So Maybe not for the better, but learn nonetheless. Now,
above table. Is this where we're gonna end up pausing? I don't know how much time we have left.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like
Oh,
an
wow.
hour
Yeah,
and
so
a
we
half.
shoot we shoot between now and an hour from now. So like, yeah, we were about to wrap up.
Okay.
Actually, what I was gonna say is so Prometheus appears in front of you all. Like, I guess the jig is up.
I punch him.
Your fist
I
goes
just
through
want
him.
to tell you the
consensual.
jig is a dance. Sorry, just being an asshole.
Master Gotti sends his regards, and so what you actually have happen is, remember how you got the impression this was a trap? And
Yeah.
you realize you hear the nuke that you're all fiddling with ticking down.
oh, son of a.
I time's up. I'm gonna move this nuke.
All right, Cal teleports to the nuke. Where are you teleporting it to?
As I don't want to. Well, I don't.
because we promised that facility to somebody else.
That's
so.
true.
Can you teleport it to Las Vegas?
Ooh.
Depends. Does it have to be somewhere like have been? Although I guess it wouldn't be. I guess Cal could have gone to Vegas once.
You can spend 2 to move to any place you've previously been.
I only have 1 point left.
Oh no!
Oh,
Do I have time to charge? Do I have time to charge really quick? That's my.
All right, so let's say you have time to charge while you're running toward the nuke.
Okay.
You can charge 1 time.
All right. I get +3 to this. If I miss, I think
We're all
done
dead.
for.
Can you? I mean, because but before you roll, does Cal have enough knowledge about the way that the base database system works that if he were to hypothetically teleport to Las Vegas, he could download all of the information before the bomb goes off?
You get the impression you have maybe 30
We have
seconds.
seconds.
How much substantially faster is Jatat versus Cal? That's just running.
I mean, you're probably twice as fast, but unless you are planning on rolling soldier to defuse the nuke.
No. I've got
pick
this.
him up.
So I realize as soon as I see Cal take off running, I realize what he's gonna. I know I can't actually do anything better than what he's about to try and do, so I'm gonna try and help him. So instead, as he takes off running, I come running behind him. I scoop him up so he doesn't have to focus on running. He just has to focus on trying to get ready to do what he's gonna do. And I want to add team to whatever he's about to try and do.
Hell yeah!
I like it.
Very good.
Piggyback me, Captain.
Are you gonna be able to come back?
That's what he's rolling the charge for.
Yeah. If I
Okay.
don't get enough charge,
So is this
then this
so
is
is
a one-way trip.
So is this before or after you're going?
All right, so right now we're going to say that Jatat scooped him up and is piggybacking him. So we're going to see what Marty's roll in the burn is and see if he needs the team to get a passable burn.
I rolled a 10 +3, 13.
All right, so
Plus
you're
one.
good.
+1, 14.
Well, you don't have to use the team. You just have the option to use the team.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then
right.
we'll save that for the future.
All right,
So
so
I get
Jatat
3.
just fastball specials Cal over to the nuke. Cal grabs the nuke. What's your intended destination?
God, where am I going with this thing? King Kai's planet. No.
That's all, folks.
All right. See you next time, everybody. Sorry, King Kai. This is the only place I could think of.
Oh man.
Oh.
I mean, don't you have a place that you went with your first girlfriend or boyfriend or something? It doesn't have to be a place that it may not look like it did then, but you've probably been a lot of places in your life.
The thing I'm honestly wrestling with right now is whether or not Cal gives enough of a shit about the enthralled civilians to not just end this all right now.
Right. Why you could do this. Roll even the odds. Maybe he's not thinking about it in the moment. If it's evens, you blow up all the civilians and take out the guy. If you roll odds, you teleport to some random place for your childhood of no significance.
Okay, it's a 1.
All right. So you
we'll
blow
just
up your
go-
childhood elementary school.
I mean,
No, you know
I
what?
didn't know
No.
Anyway.
Take this.
I'm taking it to
Skinner.
Vegas. I'm taking it to Vegas.
All right. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
And also,
Including
this
nukes.
nuke
Until you
stays in
blow it up,
Vegas.
and then it kind of ends up a little bit outside of Vegas too. But that's all right.
And then before it goes off, you do teleport safely back because you just have a ton of burn to spare.
Yep.
Chris is like, damn, I thought that would work.
Well,
And he disappears. And you all realize that you now have that by the time you get there, the Mr. Gotti probably will have enthralled your base. But that is a problem for next time.
Bitch.
Good. Cool.
All right, so thank you for joining us for Bard Rock Cafe Presents Aftermath. I'm just going around the table again. Everyone want to pitch your projects really quick. I am Paul from Bard Rock Cafe. We are a bi-weekly D&D podcast, and we Twitch stream. Right now, Math, but we'll be doing D&D later this year.
do we want to do the end of session stuff real quick before we?
Oh,
wrap
I always
up
forget
too hard?
about that. Cool. Yep, that's fine. I always forget about that every time. All right, so to speed this up, everyone will go through, do your end of session thing, and also pitch your projects. So, Justin, end of session. Choose one of these three. Did you grow close to the team, grow into your image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I definitely grew into the image of myself by like absolutely embracing this rage and his like violent streak. I don't know what I want to shift though. Freak up and savior down, I guess.
Right. And then, of course, Justin is one of my cast members in Bard Rock Cafe. He runs tech on the stream. Do you have any other projects you want to pitch before we move on to Ursa?
Oh god, I got a bunch of stuff coming up. Let's see. Next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be joining Chaotic Wonderful for my first foray into Starfinder. Immediately after that, on Wednesday at 7 p.m., I will be on Random Rhapsody's Twitch channel with playtesting Magi Knights. It is a D&D 5e hack where we are all kind of magical girl Sentai type things, dealing with both school and the supernatural.
How do they do it?
Yeah. And then, after that, on Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be with Heroes and Hooligans, hopefully, starting a Burning Hearts Forever game called Sugar Pandemonium. I say hopefully because we've tried to start this game like the last 3 weeks and it just hasn't really panned out. And then I'm doing nothing for a while. So
You say that, but there's seriously going to be like other stuff for our show in between those things after that. So,
oh yeah, we got the regular Bard Rock Cafe stuff coming out. I forget when we actually put out episodes.
every other Tuesday, the 13th, we have a special coming out. Is the backstory of Roland Armbar.
Oh, sweet! That's finally coming out. Awesome.
That's also featured Marty.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody
And
at this
Susie.
table might be there. 2 people even.
Maybe even 5.
Oh
Probably
my God.
not.
Nope, there's only 3 of us at this table. We're in that particular one shot. All right, Ursa, end of session stuff. Closer to the team, into your image of yourself, or away from the team?
So Egon, having seen Jack just essentially rip someone's head off with his knee, he's gonna grow away from the team. He was not like, he knew that Jack had rage issues, but was not expecting it to be like at that level, and it makes him very uncomfortable. And makes him question whether or not he can. I mean, to a certain extent, trust Jack from this point forward. So I think he's gonna. I think I'm going to take the influence over. I'm going to take Jack's influence over my character.
Okay.
All right. And then, do you have any projects to pitch, or is it just you edit for Bard Rock Cafe and CMMDR Central?
Nah, I'm pretty much just editing. Yeah,
We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
And then All right, so Marty, first of all, we already mentioned Marty and Susie are both going to be appearing in that one shot coming out in about 2 weeks. Marty, end of session stuff. Did you go close to the team, grow into image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I think closer to the team, just because it feels like we're finally a cohesive unit doing something. Even though things didn't entirely go perfectly as planned, it wasn't a catastrophic failure. So I think Cal feels very comfortable with the team as a whole right now. The only person that doesn't have influence over me at the moment is Mal, so I'm giving that to them, or to it rather. And then I will mark potential and give myself a level up.
Awesome.
Woo!
Nice.
What are you taking? Are you going to take your moment of truth too?
You bet your biscuits I'm taking my moment of truth.
I feel like Marty got a free moment of truth by saving you all from a nuke. That was just like a bonus moment of truth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Ursa, before I forget about it, with your moment of truth, you like solidify things about yourself. So take one of your labels and lock it. Nobody can ever change that label.
Okay.
Good to know. We should have went over the game mechanics for the moment of truth when we initiated it, but missed opportunity.
I mean, it's
And
pretty
Marty,
much.
do you have any?
That's pretty much it. It's like take over the narrative of a scene and lock a label.
Right. And Marty, do you want to plug your stuff?
Yeah, so like I said at the top of the show, Wayfaring Strangers is my D&D actual play. We have a series of one-shots that we did with some guests, friends of the cast. One will be coming out hopefully at the end of September, one at the end of October, and then towards the end of the year, our new season will be premiering. So be on the lookout for previews and junk like that in the near future. You can also catch me pretty frequently on Bard Rock Cafe. Like Paul said, I'm on the upcoming one shot. And I have an arc in the campaign coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
So
That's actually the reason that one shot's coming out on the 13th is because that arc is starting the next episode after that. Marty's going to be on the show for the rest of the calendar year, actually.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me right now. You can follow me on Twitch at BalmMartian and Twitter at the same thing. Yeah.
Right. Susie, end of session. Did you go closer to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team?
It was a real toss up between growing away from the team and growing. I think I'm gonna say I grew into an image of my own image of myself. Because believe it or not, I felt like I felt like I was trying to contain, be the responsible one, which is not probably usually what my character does. But you know, there's always got to be somebody that rises. This sounds so selfish, but that rises to the top of reason, even if it's not the normal person who does it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that and I'm going to shift my labels. I'm going to shift my savior up. Oh wow, I brought up another screen. That's special. I'm going to move my savior up and move my superior down.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have any
And
stuff
as
you
far
would
as
like to plug?
No, not that I didn't do at the beginning of the session. If you weren't here, you'll see the
Alright.
recording. But anyway, thanks. You can find me on Twitter, SusieQ918. Had fun.
All right. All right, Jackie, for Mal, closer to the team, image of yourself, away from the team.
Closer to the team, and yeah, Malaclips is also going to give influence over Cal because the whole like Marshmallow Man was freaking great. It was a lot of fun, and so Mal is into that. Like it had a lot of fun this session, really.
Awesome. And then did you want to plug your stuff again, or are you happy with just the beginning?
Oh yeah, Jax_Yaks on Twitter, also Fake Gamer Bro on Twitter. Got a podcast, got a Patreon, Jax Yaks. also have a new blog, felixfixates. I should have had this prepared.com. You can see a link for it on Jax_Yax, where I'm going to be reviewing media, books, video games, everything. So that's a new thing I got going on. And
Nice.
yeah.
And last but not least, our team leader, Jatat/Jazz. Did you go close to the team and you injure yourself or away from the team?
So Jatat's definitely growing away from the team on this one. Jatat, after last session's shenanigans and being left out of them, he was really feeling a little left out and wanted to try and prove that he could be the fun team mom too, right? And so but no matter how hard he tried to hey, I know all of our team is kind of stuff, he couldn't quite get over. He wants to do that, but he couldn't get past himself and the desire to still protect everything around him. And so it just caused a lot of strife internally and a little bit with the team. So grew away from the team, felt a little detached because of that. And so actually, because of the main person he was trying to really bond with that action, I think is really going to be Val. So going to take influence away from Val on that one.
And did you want to plug your stuff again?
Yeah, sure. Give Me the Loot podcast. Find us on Twitter at GMDLcast. Same thing on Twitch at GMDLcast. On all major streaming platforms or podcast platforms. And again, November 12th, the Give Me the Belt tourney. Look out. It's gonna be a great time. For some reason, most of your actual players don't really get to spend a lot just mindlessly doing combat, and so when we get to fight each other, it gets a little wacky. It's real fun. Be ready. Hopefully, we get everybody here on, but sometimes schedules conflict, so we'll see.
I actually need to get back to you about whether or not we're participating. I will poke my cast again after the show.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing.
Okay.
And good night.